This video may contain copyrighted material, the use of which may not have been specifically authorized by the copyright owner. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. That's the absolute truth. Welcome to the pre-show. I am, of course, Rich Baritone. We have a hello already, very early on here. It's from Dutchy, and here is Logie Berra, here and ready to go. I know I am. I need my associate producers tonight to keep an eye out for him. He's not live right now, but as soon as he goes live, we're going to jump right on it. And what we are going to watch in the meantime is the most popular video on the Batman the Alchemist channel here on YouTube. It's called Whack 100, Brick Baby, Crypt Mac, and all false flaggers addressed, with a bat emoji at the end of it. It's going to be really, really stupid. I know at least that much. Ah, his baseball skills. A warm and very exhausted welcome to that guy. I'll read this for the listeners. I'll be listening, but I've been up 21 or so hours, so I'll probably crash at some point. My God, I would hope that you would crash at some point. Last time I was up 21 hours, I was probably just totally boxed in on coke. I'm a night owl too, man, but I've had to change myself around, but I'm going to stay up tonight. You can count on that. I don't care if I ever get back that root for the whole team. If they don't finish the game, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. I would love to say he throws like a girl. He damn near does, but it's not a strong motion. He's going to boot one here in a second. Get in front of the ball, damn it. Move them feet. An error, perfect, just like his existence. And he's back to embarrass himself just a little bit more. I'll tell you what, if we get to the last 2 minutes of this intro, it's just chef kiss perfect, I think. No, I believe the sticky stream is tomorrow. 8 p.m. Sneedville time, 5 p.m. Pacific Sneedville time. Run, boy, run! Take me out to the ball game backwards. It sounds really kind of Italian, doesn't it? Yeah, I know, but it's a place to start anyway. Welcome, Fallout 354, to the show. Who is old enough to remember Ozzie Smith as I am? Is that Ozzie Smith? Oh, no, it is not. I love this one. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot going on here, but it's blowing his baseball lies up. It's putting him right out there in the public. Moves with the grace of a gazelle. Fallout with some first-class sarcasm here. We're almost there. Got ate up by a little bunny grounder, ate you up. Damn, charge the ball. He's here, and as I like to say from time to time, he's Negasonic, he's middle-aged, and he's a dickhead. Put it together, and what have you got? Negasonic, middle-aged dickhead. He's here right now, and here is the best part of this intro video. Tyree Sneed trying to hit a baseball. He will not make square contact one time, not once. Miss. 1, 2, 3, strike, you're out. 4, strike, you're out. Weak contact.
I used to wash dishes and come out and walk all night, and then people would trip like, what the hell, it's like Sub-Zero walking in.
I don't know what washing dishes had to do with any of that, but he certainly wanted to tell that unfortunate gentleman. Okay, that might have been decent. At least it had a little click to it. Black Label Mark is here. Please welcome him. And he arrives with a nice little zinger. It's Ken Whippy Jr. Oh, boy, isn't it? No, they didn't want you to play baseball at UT. You got to be damn good to play baseball at UT. You're simply not getting it. Welcome halfway to the show. So far, I'm having a great weekend. I just shot a 41. I didn't lose a single ball, and I shot 41. I'm having a delightful weekend so far. Please say hi to Vladimir Putin.
I can't say while we're on the camera because I went to his camp and they had this thing where they teach you how to bat. It was cut like the way of your swing, like you're chopping wood, and they would train us all day on those things to keep like this, and it'd be made out of PVC pipe. So if you didn't do it right, you missed the pipe. So you have to it would show you how to on the exact right swing. Yeah. He invented it, I think.
The only players that swing down, and that is a theory, would be somebody that's extremely fast. Create choppers, create ground balls, and let those feet do their magic. That is what that one was all about. Obviously, I'm no coach. I haven't swung a bat at a baseball since I was 18 years old, but I was always taught level swing. And that's why I didn't have a whole lot of power. Level swing. But I hit really well until I didn't. But that's another story. It's pathetic. It's Sheriff Gonzalez.
It's better. The glove has a hole in it. The glove has a hole in it. Straight up.
As far as hitting baseballs, the best advice I ever got was from my dad, who was one hell of a baseball coach. He said to me, Rich, when you're playing catch, you ever get hit by a ball? No, of course not, Dad. Why? He says, well, if you're keeping your eye on things, you're very rarely going to get hit by a pitch to begin with. But if you want to hit, all you have to do is use the same coordination that you catch a ball with to hit the ball. All you're doing is catching the ball with the bat. It was brilliant, and I started hitting at that point.
No.
But yeah, grip it and rip it really does play. It's the way they play baseball today. It's either a strikeout or a 3-run homer. I was responding to that, by the way. Whiff! Look at the swing.
When I was a kid and we had baseball Little League.
Yeah, my dad was real big on keeping the barrel of the bat in the strike zone.
Literally, I had the most hits on the team, and they gave Scott the winners baseball, and I literally cried. Literally, little Ty cried. I look kind of like Randy Johnson. I just don't have the pointy nose. I look a lot better, but I want to be like John Rocker, where he had ticks and stuff. I'd be like John Rocker.
He'd be like John Rocker. I believe that when John Rocker was a thing, I believe that he was 2 years old, maybe somewhere in that neighborhood. It's very, very likely. So hello again, Sneedville. I'm Rich Baritone, and Negative 43 TV is live with Saturday Madness for Saturday, September 13th, 2025. We're just basically waiting for Tyree to go live at this point on Negative 43 TV. Fallout says, if I had a bat around Joey, I couldn't be trusted. I know the feeling. Vladimir Putin is here, as well as King Blazy, disenfranchised Canadian. Welcome to Negative 43 TV, he says, and I hope everybody does feel welcome on this Saturday. So as I said, what we are going to do right now, we're going to start off with the most popular video on the Batman the Alchemist channel right here on YouTube. And it's from 3 months ago, if I recall right. This is called Whack 100 Brick Baby Crip Mac, and all false flaggers addressed with a bat emoji. So why it's so popular, I do not know. But by golly, there's one thing that I do know. We're going to find out. We're going to find out right here and right now. I'm going to add it to the stage. I'll be dogged if I didn't do it correctly. Man, that's a good feeling. If you were here a couple shows ago, oh boy, did old Rich screw the pooch. He really did. First 17 minutes of the show were, in a word, useless. Useless, I tell you. Anyhow, there's not much left for me to say other than I'm hovering over the candy-colored button, and let's go. Yep, let's go, all right.
All right, and welcome back to the show. So, like I said, over here it's a very professional environment. You're not in control of anything. I'm in control of everything. Like I said, whatever fools tolerate on, their channels, YouTube channels, because they don't have a professional business, and this is not, this is my livelihood and how I make a living.
So that explains why you're starving. I know I've used that joke more than a few times, but it's just so appropriate in certain situations, you know. And also, you can be, if you care to be, an associate producer here and help me keep an eye on Tyree because you know he's going to go live again. And when he does, why we want to be right dead square on top of it. Meanwhile, this will do, I think.
Clearly, whatever I say goes. You will follow my rules. Everybody knows when you walk into my platform, you will speak eloquently, you will speak with respect, you will speak professionally, and you will follow all the rules. All that other game stuff, the question you asked me as far as you stating, would I talk about this with someone? Why would I need to talk to a nobody about something when that's a troll who doesn't have a platform, isn't monetized, doesn't make money on YouTube, doesn't know anything about any of what I'm talking about, doesn't come from the street? If he'd like to talk to me, he's more than welcome to come to this panel, right? Which I'm going to put the link out again. I mean, sure, I'll have a conversation with whoever, but I mean, he's someone who's delusional and needs to get real about who he is. Tyree Sneed runs the world and runs this game. He's a nobody on YouTube.
They're delusional, and then he says Tyree Sneed runs everything. And another word that he doesn't know the meaning of is irony.
I mean, we have nothing in common, brother. So whatever he lets you get away with over
I'm not even sure that was irony, but it's what came to my head.
there, like I said, that's him and his coward self. Clearly, over here, you'll do what I tell you. You feel me? Okay. And like I said, me, I mean, it's just very simple, man. Everybody knows what it is with me, and I don't have to do any explaining. Like I said, me, I talk in person to everybody, right? As a man, everybody knows what it is.
Yes, he is a false flagger of some note in some history.
Nobody's going to talk to me crazy. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, like I said, you internet dudes, y'all be really writing checks you can't cash, man. You be really running your mouth. It's crazy how y'all think nobody else has feelings or nobody else has thoughts or like, I mean, have you asked me how I feel about it? I mean, you're talking online, brother.
He's actually been somewhat volatile lately. His Spurge out yesterday was absolutely amazing, and I'm just waiting for him to go live. I'm just hoping for him to go live. It's probably time for him to go to the shelter and get fed, but I'm thinking the next half hour, 45 minutes, somewhere in there. Meanwhile,
no, there's nothing tough or gangster about talking online, bro. I talk in person, man. You feel me? I talk to people directly in their face. I don't do this fake internet stuff. You see what I'm saying? So the dudes that you bringing up, that's what they do. I ain't worried about that. You understand? All right, let me go ahead and get rid of that. Oh, okay. It's all right. I'm gonna get all that. So yeah, like I said, that nonsense, it doesn't do anything for me, brother. I'm not even gonna waste my time today, bro. I'm all good. I'm not even gonna document. I ain't got no time for that, brother. Like, dude, just typing to himself in a private chat. What is the point of that, bro? Okay, man. Whatever you tell yourself, that's fine. All right. Remember, this is a professional platform, man. So, I mean, you have to just talk the right way. There's rules, and you're going to be fair towards me like everybody, and that's it. If you're powerless, you're powerless. It's not my problem, all right? So, we're going to start from the top here, right? And I'm not going to like keep on restarting my shows because people, want to commit illegal felonies and crimes. I'm not going to tolerate or put up with nothing, and it's that simple. Okay, so it is what it is. I ain't worried about nothing. So, like I said, first of all, Crip Mac, right, loves Popeye's chicken, right, which I don't blame him for because, like I said, the honey biscuits are absolutely delicious. Like, you have to understand, I have to go through my entire show again. You
right?
understand? I'm not upset.
No.
It's no problem. Like I said, Crip Mac is a 55 Crip from 55th Street, right? All this stuff stemmed from Los Angeles, California, and it all came from World
Boo Urge is here, and he's here again, and he arrives with a nice little zinger for the listeners. Man who lives on the internet doesn't do internet stuff.
War II times when there was segregation going on, and the fact was that the African Americans could not join the Boy Scouts. That's why all these gangs were actually created. So again, they're all a bunch of Boy Scouts and federal informants and Soldier Boy running tellings, right? Let's see here. That dude literally had the audacity. He come up here and asked me if I would talk about this gang stuff with a nobody
Brown's vestite. I like that. I
who
do.
don't know anything about it. He asked Tyree Sneed that, bro. That's how far they is from reality.
Damn, look at that.
You hilarious. Oh my goodness. You want to act like you have no idea who you talking to. You
He looks like a 60-year-old carny with a meth problem.
funny as hell. We gonna keep on laughing right in front of your face, boy. Y'all make me laugh, bro. You ain't making me feel nothing, bro. You upset over there? Y'all funny as hell. That fake stuff. Yeah, that worked with him. I ain't him. You see, we the real over here. Yeah, you gonna talk to me right? You see what I'm saying? Like what's up? Who wants to do interviews? That's what I want to know.
Again, I would like to point this out. I pointed this out yesterday. I think it was sometime yesterday. He criticized guys that wear sleeveless shirts as being softer. It was negative. You know that. And here he is sitting there in what looks to be a brown wife beater, which is a sleeveless shirt by definition. And Dutchy has a good one to go with what you're seeing on the screen right now. Well, it's a sad thing that there's no reason to read this for the listeners. You're going to have to wait till you get home.
I'm all for face-to-face interviews. You understand? We ain't got to do all this internet talking. Let's have face-to-face
But yes,
interviews with anybody. You feel me? Like, where you
tarted shaggy, yes, very much the vibe.
you got to talk to me right. You feel me? Like, yeah, y'all don't come from this. What is you commenting on something you don't come from? Yeah, they mad. I know you upset. That's all good. But I'm not in that mode, and I don't get in that mode. You don't control my tone. So, like I said, what's good? How y'all feeling today? You upset?
No, I feel great. I just shot a 41. I didn't lose a single fucking golf ball. I'm on cloud nine. I'm 2 shots away from getting off the granny tees and moving back one. I'm pretty psyched.
Because I made another YouTube check, and now I'm building it more. So, like I said, every time I try to talk, they think
with three putts. Fuck.
They can silence me.
The rest of it was great.
They issue illegal statements. They start doing all these crimes. Yeah, it don't work like that, bro. This is a illegal underground organization. Every member of the organization needs to be arrested today. And like I said, because of me, they're all going to go to
squeal like a pig, boy.
Prison. I'm filing a federal lawsuit. So it is what it is. Meanwhile, those people are not going through anything. You have no business coming over here. Goodbye. I have nothing to do with you. Don't know you. Don't care. All right. So we're just going to be repetitive and hop on and off the panel. Okay.
Repetitive and hop off and on the panel. What you just saw, by the way, the last 10 seconds ago was a blocking fest. That's what that were.
Like I said, that's what they do. They do weird stuff, electronic means, and somebody's licensing this. It's common sense. Like, to try to throw off my equilibrium, that's some coward stuff, bro. So
trying to throw off your equilibrium. Trying to make you dizzy? Really?
Like I said, continuing on, we're going to do our show every day, man. We're going to have the live chat open. We're going to have the feed open. We're going to have everything going, and we're going to keep on winning, right? So, like I said, it's number one impossible to be calm and stay calm when you have people doing this. What people are supposed to do is do their job and stop this stuff from happening and prevent it, but they don't.
Okay.
Right? And that's perfectly fine.
They want to shake up his equilibrium. Well, by golly, I went and got the definition from the Oxford Dictionary. This whole internet thing, it really is something else. It's a noun, and it is a state in which opposing forces or influences are balanced. The maintenance of social equilibrium used in a sentence. I'm not sure that applies to you in any way.
Fine, because I could care less.
It's just a big word you use to sound smart. It's a failure, of course, but it can be funny.
That's exactly why I have my career as Batman, because you all gave me a job to do. You understand?
No.
I don't need nobody, man. I don't run to nobody for my problems. You know what I mean? But it just goes to show, like, everything is common sense. It's right in front of you. You typing ain't going to do nothing for me, brother. At all. So, like I said, these people are clearly triggered and impressed by me and my presence. That's fine. We have a show to do. We're going to do a show every single day and focus on the topic. If you're not here for the topic, follow the rules. You understand?
Yeah, okay. All right.
So, like I said,
okay.
55 Hustlers is what their name is.
Now, this one will be for the listeners. This is important to know. It's from Nega. Christian Bale did a movie called Equilibrium. That's probably where he's referencing it from. And I think you're 100% correct.
It originated in Los Angeles, right? Let's see what else. That's the rolling 50s now. And like I said, all the gangs, they just create separation. You know what I mean? Just like all the religion, it just is used to create separation because Illuminati slogan is to divide and conquer. Feel what I'm saying?
No,
So that's what they do.
don't be silly.
And I mean, y'all are allowing them to do all of it. Y'all let them get away with whatever they want. It's really crazy. Blueface, like I said, was in conflicts in jail and got put in the hospital. Y'all don't want to talk about all these facts. Every single one of them is a federal informant and a snitch, and I guarantee you, every single one that comes on here and does that type of stuff is the same. And they're probably working off plea bargains, meaning that the system is corrupt and they actually are licensed by the corrupt system and work for the corrupt officials. That's right. So you ain't doing nothing.
I'd say he's imaginative, but it's 100% psychosis driven. Ah, yes, indeed. To be schizophrenic right here, right now, it's really, really, well, in his case, totally stupid.
We right here laughing at you. I'm just gonna smile and laugh at you. You understand? I don't care what you do, brother. You feel me? So, like I said, what I've realized, because the other dude that was talking that claimed to be whatever leader of whatever, he said that it all runs from Indiana to Chicago. All right, and like I said, I do this for a living. This is my job. So I look into all this stuff, and this is what I'm going to be paying attention to, and just everything, looking into, studying. This is what I do for a living, and I'm Batman, the world's greatest detective.
No, no, you're not. And that whole thing is in fact kind of joked out. Meanwhile, I'm going to light a cigar. Any of you cigar smokers out there care to join me? I'm having a Valahuelo. It's my favorite, hands down, no second thought required. My by far favorite cigar. And get your party favors all together. We'll be going smoke them if you got them in about 5 minutes, and it's 16 minutes after the hour. Negative 43 TV Saturday Madness. I'm Rich Baritone. And look who is here. One of our favorites here, just like you are one of our favorites here. It's Stylist Ninja.
Right. So we have, let's see. Oh yeah, China Mac was arrested in Seattle. He went on the run because he had a problem and he resorted to coward tactics like they all do. U.S. Marshals arrested Crip Mac. That wasn't too far back. That was pretty recent because he was packing and had something on him, right? Because he can't think. You know what I mean? I mean, the feds control all of this stuff, man. It's common sense. Like I said, every gang was founded on an original intent document where you're supposed to sue whoop you and your people out of poverty. None of them have done that. That's why they say sue whoop, but they don't even back up or live the means of that actual document that the Bloods and Crips were originated on. None of them follow. So when you say, will I talk to nobodies about this? For what? You see what I'm saying? You
No!
all want me to talk to you. For what? I'm me. I'm over here. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I'm living well. I'm winning. I'm a boss. And you
None of that's true, but you're you, and that is a problem, and it's been a problem for a very, very long time for you, your family, and society at large. Please welcome Sticky TT6 to the show. Apparently, he's not at work.
just feel some way. That's fine. You powerless to do anything about it. Lash out, narky. I love it. All they do every day is show me they upset and mad. Like, yeah, and that stuff doesn't scare me, and it's not going to stop me from doing anything. And like I said, you're trying to play a game, right, where you really just want a response, and you're not going to get it. We're going to remain completely professional. Online and reality are two totally different worlds. You understand? I don't
Yes.
act like this in reality.
No, you
So
don't.
everybody knows who I am, brother.
No,
You want
you
to
don't.
pretend online? No.
You don't act like this in reality. Boy, there is a little gem of truth. No, you don't. If you're approached, you stare at your feet. Your gaze is typically downward when you confront somebody. We actually have proof of that. Actually have proof of that. No, you're nothing like you are online. That's a goddamn truth.
No problem. But here we're going to be professional because we have to. You understand? As a grown man, you have rules you have to follow. So, like I said, that stuff does nothing for me, man. It just shows me that you're distraught and you're in a bad mood and you're clearly not
Distraught.
mentally strong. That's what it shows me. You understand? I have freedom to do what I want, man. Y'all can look at me as closely as you want, analyze whatever. I'm not here for you, man. Feel me? Blah, 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 blah. I don't know what that means. What's up, Andy? How you doing? I think that's actually like a pretty loyal viewer at this point. So yeah, like I said, whatever they let y'all get away with on other channels, that's a channel. I'm not a channel. I'm a huge platform. I
You know what? I usually listen to Sticky because he's usually right.
have a website worth almost $2 grand, worldwide. I'm a distribution company unto myself for music, for rap, for my music. I sing and rap and self-produce. I mean, like I said, I actually come from all this and have that rough, tough background that none of you have. None of them. None of the people who I'm even mentioning come from my background. Like I said, I'm more street than all these people combined, and they're all informants. And I'm going to show you the whole thing, right? About how this is a game of puppets. And the reason they're trying to silence me is because they understand and know that I'm the real deal and that people will listen to me when I speak because I'm a grown man talking from a real place from experience. That's why you have the real people commenting like that. I appreciate it. Y'all need to comment like that as much as you can because that's what's going to run them off and get the nerds to sit down. The four eyes can sit down and go find something to do because
You're weirder than any nerd that ever fucking existed. And you're calling us nerds. Get the fuck out of here, as you kids say.
if not, they're just going to keep doing it. And that's always been my issue. It's you, the people who have the power. You, the public, can stand up to these people and not put up with it. It's not my job. There's nothing I can do, right? Nor would I want to, right? My job is to not respond and not be phased and remain calm. Those are like hecklers in the NBA stands. I came up with brothers playing street ball, bro. I was undefeated in Atlanta jail in the detention center, man. You trying to play a game with me, bro, that I'm better at than you. That's the thing you don't get. Oh, I know how to talk, bro. Trust me. Yeah, I know.
And for those of you who may be wondering, what we are watching right now is from June 11th, 2025, right here, right now. It's 3 months ago, and he's in mommy's backyard.
I know. Go ahead and tell yourself, okay, right there, that's federal prison time guaranteed. Easy money, and we will never speak, just like I told you. Have fun trying. All right? You can try as many times as you want. You ain't a part of nothing over here. I don't know you. Do not approach me. I don't know why you're coming to talk to me.
He is absolutely blind as a bat. We know it.
Understand? Stop committing felonies. You're a grown woman. Like I said, download came out today. That grandma's about to be arrested. They just came over here and federally indicted themselves again. Everything is documented. It will be sent to a lawyer. You need to learn to follow the law. That's a very serious thing. I don't think that's funny. So my reaction is perfectly normal. So what do you mean? Like I said, you can do what you want. How you doing there? Who are you? What are you here for? Can you type in the private chat? Don't be over here trying to play games with me, partner. I'm telling you right now, bro.
Here we go.
Are you
Another
over here
delete.
to do business or
Another
not? I'm
block.
not restarting the show, bro. Again, come on, son. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. They trying to act like they control something and people's emotions and give you no choice. Yeah, hello, whatever. I don't know who you are, bro. You understand? What is you here for? Be clear.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for it. It is, in fact, time for the Pit Boss, and it is time for Smoke 'em if you got 'em here on Negative 43 TV Saturday Madness. Remember, don't let that stop you from enjoying Smoke 'em if you got 'em. If you don't smoke, just do something you like.
You understand? Because you're not going to come on this show and then have me start over another. I've already started over one show. This is all documented for court purposes. All of this is documentation. It's being sent to my lawyer. You have actual officials that watch this channel, brother. You're all being monitored right now. You're funny. Keep on doing it to yourself.
This was 3 months ago, but there is reason to believe that every great now and again, it's not like it's a 24-hour situation, but every now and again, the Brownsville police are in fact looking at his stuff. I'm kind of half surprised he's still on the streets, but nothing will happen. Thy name is Sneed.
Training. Okay. Well, let's see. See, there's nothing I can do about people's intentions, but like, I'm not going to keep starting the show over and have people just sit. No, see, you're that dude. Yeah, no. Documented.
Yeah,
Go ahead and get screenshot proof of his face. All right, cool. All right, you just walked into a federal indictment, brother. Goodbye. You will be serving time in prison. All right.
You smell that? Smells like putty to me.
Again, there's no need for underground illegal organizations to be doing what they're doing, right? And it's that simple. Now they've made their name the Red Triangles. That's funny. Yeah, these people are just they're just reaching. They're desperate. Yeah, it's like I said, man. I mean, trying to act like following the law is a game or a joke, I don't see how. You know what I mean? It's not a funny situation. There's nothing funny about it. It's a very serious thing what you're doing. But it is what it is, man. You know, I mean, like I said, you don't have a voice. You don't get to just decide you have one. It don't work like that. Feel me? So moving on to the topic, like I said, where
I am vaping some strawberry cough this evening.
were we? The feds picked up the case with Crip Mac, right? Because obviously he's done quite a few jail stints, is what I'm imagining, right? Let's see here.
All right, everyone, it's time to pay homage. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Hail Sarton!
Apparently, Gary, Indiana got brought up too in
Sarton!
all this as far as a place of
Red
a lot of gang
triangles!
activity. And what y'all don't get is I'm going to be up that way. I may be even going, you know, somewhere around there, somewhere in that area, possibly. We'll see. That's some of these trolls' worst nightmare too, having Batman up that way. I'm already working on it, bro. I don't wait and sit around and wait on nothing.
Yeah, you do.
Y'all don't understand. I make moves, bro. I'm a
I mean,
hustler.
right now you're waiting on either God to deliver millions into your lap, or you're waiting for a woman that doesn't exist to claim the millions that is just not real. You're being gamed. You're absolutely being gamed. You're being catfished. We all know it. And I suspect that you know it, but it's the only thing you have left to hang on to. It's really, really pathetic.
So I know how to get it. I know how to figure things out. Let me see here. Oh yeah, the feds, they usually only pick up cases that they know they can get a conviction upon or a conviction on. So they had picked up Crip Mac's case. I mean, you just got to think, man. Y'all got to be smarter, man. Like I said, the prison industrial complex is what runs this game. The feds fancy that they run this game, but they don't. Again, we operate above the feds. That's right. One man is smarter than all of you combined and gets more done than every agency put together because you're all slow and you're dealing with a genius, and I am Batman. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm just above you and I'm your superior, and you'll address me as such. That's right. Why? Because I have divine authority from God. Yeah, I was licensed by God. There's no bigger authority than God, buddy, and God is real. So it just goes to show how these people, they're brainwashed and they want to act like reality is a choice. No, reality is a must. You understand? I don't care how you feel. We're going to continue to run our business efficiently. You can be as mad as possible. You can do any antic and theatric of which you like. It will not throw me off my rhythm at all because I'm boss and this is what I do for a career. You understand? You're not causing me anything except more success. All right. So moving forward, I'm the strongest man who ever existed. And like I said, nobody else has to go through this when they speak publicly.
Of course not, because they're not a total asswipe like you. They're not an evil cocksucker like you. You bring 100% of all of the shit that you've ever been through on yourself. Read it and weep, cocksucker.
No one. They act like it's normal. They try to act like it's okay. There's nobody who could even walk in my shoes and do one program
dear
in my
God,
shoes
no.
on this show.
Walk
having to
in your
deal with
shoes.
that.
Let's be literal here for a minute. He's been bleeding and seeping in his shoes nonstop. Whatever pair it is that he is wearing is basically acting like a bandage at this point. Think about that now.
I promise you, none of you, and any of you are welcome to try. I can hand you this phone. You can come try to run this program and see how the effect that it has when you have to deal with electronic means that other people are doing, and see how easy that is, and then come talk to me. You understand? Because none of you could do it. And all it does is show I'm not only a real man, I'm the toughest savage ever, and I'm an immortal vampire. Like I said, it's all real. And these people mad about it. So, like I said, let's go. You know, these people mad because I'm healthy, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm doing well, I'm good, I'm set for life. I already made it. I've always been rich and wealthy, made millions every year consecutively, and they mad at my success because I look good. You ain't special. There's a million haters. See, that's the deal. I don't respect people that try to act like there's an energy there that they ain't built like that. That ain't you, and that ain't your energy, bro. Be you. That's all. Feel me? That's why, like I said, me, I talk in person. I don't talk on the internet because that's fake. People get to pretend on the internet. In reality, you can't pretend. All right, let's see here.
Please welcome an old friend of mine, and I'm sure an old friend of yours as well. It's Connie's Crusty Chartcooter, live right now on Saturday Madness. Put it together, everybody. Come on now.
So, like I said, we're over here. We do nothing but maintain the peace, be peaceful. And I got people that You see, every day they allow them to try to create contact with me and communication, when all I'm asking is my civil rights in this country, that if I don't want to talk to someone, I'm not going to talk to you. You cannot create communication. That's a felony across state lines. So, like I said, it's just absolutely pathetic and inexcusable that nobody does their job. They do nothing.
Oh, you listeners, if you didn't see it earlier, believe me, you are in for a treat. It's from Sheriff Gunsen, who was on Negative 43 TV just before myself on this Saturday. He says he's planning on taking the soles of his Gucci slippers and adding what's left to his bat suit for protection. True story from today. You know, on my last show, Frost was kicking around the idea that perhaps this guy has syphilitic dementia from banging the crackhead behind the dumpster, and I believe it was Dizzy Rooster. Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, it's beyond my words at this point. Negative 43 TV.
None of them. Every day.
Oh, yeah.
And every day.
It's the bottom of the hour. Wherever you are in the world, it's 31 minutes after the hour, wherever you are in the world, or 4 minutes till the top of the hour. If you're in Newfoundland and Labrador, you contrary little bitches, you.
Hey, I sit here I do everything right. I try to get away from these topics, and then they just keep on doing what they do. Like, okay, cool. Well, then we're going to talk about whatever, but I'm going to get my money. You understand? I'm not going to let nobody stop my money or tamper with my business. I assure you that. I'm going to get my money. I've been about as nice as I could possibly be and as patient as I can be. Yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and tell you how I feel.
Sure you have.
All right? Mm-hmm. That's it. Goodbye.
Another brave block. Boy, man, he's just fucking tender here.
Goodbye, brother. Oh, let me go ahead and get you on camera, too.
Oh, no.
Got it.
Don't do that.
It's not impossible, man.
Oh, my God. He's so not fucked now.
It's not impossible to figure out everything, bro. You understand? It's not, bro. You're not invisible, man. You can wear a mask all you want on a panel. It doesn't matter. You got to understand, once this case is presented to a lawyer, the lawyer is going to be able to easily ID you, and you put your name out there publicly. Like, it shows right there that you're not a real individual and you're not trying to contribute to the content, because you came on one account and you came on a Facebook with your name, and then I blocked that, and then you came on another account. Only trolls have more than one account, brother. So see, that's why you're trying to sit there and pretend talk.
Yeah, only trolls have more than one account. I'll admit, we have a sock army over here. There's some truth to that.
Why would I talk to people who are nobody? Why would I care about that? What would be the purpose behind that?
I don't know.
Can you tell me? There would be no purpose at all.
Because we are your enemies and we are the only thing that you live for. We, right here in Sneedville, everybody that's here and everybody that's not here, that's in Sneedville, you live for it. It gives you something to be a prick about. And that's what really, really makes you happy, which is a good thing, because generally eating, among other things, makes me happy, but it ain't really happening right now. He might have been doing a little better on the food front 3 months ago, but he's gotten worse.
Oh, you understand? You can watch me all you want. Y'all want me to get out of line? Too bad. You're not going to get what you want. That's what they do. They sit there and they play games. I don't put people's names out there, brother. But I appreciate your concern. I don't need anybody's concern. Let me handle this. I know exactly what I'm doing. Like I said, all they're doing is indicting themselves further on a federal lawsuit, and I'm going to talk. See, that's the thing. They trying to make it where
I am feeling so good. Quality cigar, quality vape. I need another cup of quality coffee. I'll be right back. Good Lord, this should not go black, but keep an eye out, all you associate producers. Oh, God, he's got to go live at this point. Negative 43 TV. I'll be right back.
I can't speak. I'm not going to be silenced. It's not illegal for me to talk, brother. I'm going to talk. You know what I mean? See, nobody else is having to deal with an actual task force that was hired, I believe, by the CIA and this government to stop me from talking. I'm not going to be silenced. I'm going to keep opening my mouth. You understand? Real talk. And the more you do that, the louder my message will get. Straight up. See, it doesn't make sense. You're trying to literally like drown out my message. Like, no, it don't work like that. I have a voice. You all don't. You're not allowed to speak over here. You understand?
I don't have a voice, period. I don't know what you're trying to talk for. I really don't. It's confusing. I'm going to get this message out. I don't care who likes it. You feel me? So you can sit there and put up with it and watch it. Okay? Like I said, we got a paid platform over here. I get paid, I get busy, and I make money. I run the streets. People don't play games with me, so what's good? Exactly. So moving forward here, what's up? Let's see here. We come on here. I do my best to be completely non-aggressive. Like I said, I do everything. I follow the law. I uphold the law. I do everything by the book the right way because I have to, and I know that these people are monitoring you. That's not your job, so that's illegal, right? And it doesn't make sense because you're committing crimes in the process. We have to make sense with what we do in our actions. As long as you're not making sense, I'm gonna continue to expose you for not making sense. It's that simple. People need to do their jobs. You understand? It's inexcusable. So again, here we go. So what I was talking about, right? I want to talk about Maserati Fox real quick, right? Maserati Fox had a guy named Domination. They were in like this fake beef. It was Domination. Domination was backed by Rick Ross. Rick Ross was backed by the feds. So you have to understand, why would you put it past these people that they're possibly working for the feds or the CIA? Kennedy, before they did what they did to Kennedy, he was trying to dismantle the CIA. You don't think that these are obviously CIA operatives? Obviously. I mean, that's the way they act. They said they were the government, word for word. So what do you mean? It don't make no sense. They're stationed in different places across the country, just like CIA operatives would be. So what do you mean? You see the point? So it only makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You people aren't scary, bro, at all. Like I said, you're just telling on yourself and you're giving me exactly what I want, which is full evidence for my federal lawsuit, Supreme Court lawsuit. You understand? You're creating it all for yourself. You're walking into your own trap. Please continue. When you come on this panel and I get your name documented, screenshotted on here, that's the worst mistake you could make.
How so? It's not going to stand up in any court whatsoever because the crimes that you believe are being committed aren't being committed. And you know why they're not being committed, Tywee? They're not being committed because you're making them up as you sit on your ass on that stolen lawn chair. The things that you say people are going to do life in prison for, there's no charge there. There's nothing there. People are going to do life for teasing you. Get the fuck out of here, as you could say.
There's nothing you telling me because you don't know what you're doing. Right, exactly. Nonsense. Right. I don't care about that. What? You say things that don't exist. You try to talk to people out of character. It doesn't exist, man. I'm not here for that.
Doesn't
so,
exist.
Like I said, you ain't talking to me. Maserati Fox, right, had that whole thing with Domination. Rick Ross was a CO. He was a snitch federal informant that worked for the feds.
You know, I don't care anything at all about that. What I do care about is Hatfield McCoy is here right now, and he's driving and listening. Oh, my radio dream coming true in a very small way, but nonetheless.
Right? So the feds, they put a battery in Domination's back. And then all of a sudden, all this stuff happened, right? And we lost Maserati Fox.
Okay, you screenshotters out there, you can't miss that one. That is a 1,000-yard stare. Is exactly what that is. It's a 1,000-yard stare. He may be looking at his ancestors for real. No kidding. Please welcome to Saturday Madness 222. That's 2 new arrivals. Smuggy Smuggerson is here, and Mary Mandolin is here on this Saturday. And she asks, "You got weed, Rich? You sound tense." No, I've got weed. I'm not tense at all. I'm just Tyree gets up under my saddle every now and again, and he's just doing it right now. And a lot of people enjoy the more ragey thing. You're going to get a nice blend of things tonight. You'll have cool, mellow Rich, and you'll have extremely angry Rich. But yes, I have a vape here, and I'm going to use it right now. After all, it is smoke 'em if you got 'em.
So I would go as far as to venture and say, not accusing, saying a straight fact. Maserati Fox was targeted by the feds. People get targeted by the feds on the daily, right? Yep. Might want to think and start using your mind. You understand? Real talk. Might want to think and start using your
That is such a nice thing to say. Thank you, Mary.
mind. You understand? And oh, the uncanny relevance that was just an unmarked vehicle. Right. Hey, come on, bro. Y'all is just funny, bro. I'm not saying everything's connected, but I'm just saying, bro, we awoken over here, bro. We know what it is. Y'all is soft. All of you. Tell them all, bro. Tell them all. Tell the feds they soft, bro. Y'all been soft. See, that's the thing. They all know I'm real. All these fools on YouTube and the internet, they know I'm real. Yeah, just because I'm real don't mean I don't know how to talk and keep myself out of unnecessary nonsense. What? Yeah, I know how to follow the rules. You could do what you like, but approach me calmly with respect. Approach me calmly. Don't start sending a bunch of accounts and doing that weird stuff. I match energies over here. So you know that, so you trying to take advantage of that. Like I said, we here, I'm talking. I don't care how you feel, man. We in the building. We know
How can you say you match energies because you never do anything other than walk in circles and beat your feet to death? That's all you ever do. And there's another 1,000-yard stare. There's another one. There is nobody home in that skull. We've known that for a long time, but man, he's seen something other than the trees in the backyard. He has to be seeing something other than the trees in the backyard. I'm negative 43. I am negative 43, actually. I'm Rich Baritone, and we're watching Whack 100, Rick Baby, Crip Mac, and all false flaggers address. This is the most popular video right now on the Batman the Alchemist channel. We're just waiting for him to go live. If you see that, please let me know.
where we at, and guess what?
It's what I'm here for.
I don't care how you feel. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. They try to make it some totally different energy. Like it's a problem because I'm talking. Where's that energy at in the street every day then? Where's that energy at in reality? It ain't there, right? Okay, then be quiet on here. Don't act like you something you're not. Right. Sending little messages on here as if people can't see what you're doing. Bro, I've got tons of screenshots, documentation of what y'all do. Every show I do, bro. You know how illegal that is? 37 in the box, we getting paid. You making me money.
37 in the box. Assuming he's telling the truth on the Sneedville scale, that you're doing really well. So at that time, he was doing about as well as you can practically expect to do in Sneedville.
Making me more money, honey. Making me money. See, you don't get it. You giving me a job, baby. You understand? I don't mind at all. I'm strong as hell. I can take whatever you got. Bring.
I have an announcement for you listeners. It's very important and very spiritual. It's from Sticky TT6. He says, quick update. I was just officially ordained by God to continue tenting Joey for eternity. 15 a bed, and immediately followed up with tenting equals tormented. Got it. Well, not
real talk. Isn't that crazy that
it's not equals, but you know what I'm saying.
I gotta take stuff and go through stuff and endure something because I'm speaking and doing a live stream on a YouTube channel calmly as possible. Completely calm. The energy over here ain't nothing but positivity and love. Whatever energy you on, that's your thing. Keep that over there. You don't bring that over here. Like I said, this is a paid platform. I'm gonna continue to run my business. Feel me? It is what it is. So if you're gonna continue to do that, sending mixed subliminal messages by hopping on and off my panel here, as I've asked you politely and respectfully not to do.
You know, Sticky, I just hate typing, period. I was here at the beginning of home computing. I got my first one in 1996. So I'm working on damn near 30 years of this, and I still hunt and peck. I just don't have any talent for typing.
Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to document when you do it. And
let alone do it fast.
Because it'd be a waste of my time, and I have a show to do. So see, you legally cannot tamper with my business and interfere with me reporting what I need to report and talking about the truth. You're not going to silence me. So, I mean, you can do whatever you want. I care less what you do, brother. See what I'm saying? So, like I said, let's see. All these dudes are being recruited from prison, from the prison industrial complex. All of them. The prison industrial complex is who licenses the car companies to sell their cars to the actual wealthy and rich like me.
What in the hell are you even saying?
See the point? That's the reality. Okay. China Mac was banned from the West Coast, according to Crip Mac. I don't think Crip Mac has power to do that. I don't really think anyone has the power to ban.
Two things. First of all, say hello to Blue. The second one is he arrives with a real zinger there, but for the grease of Sarton, troll high.
Anyone from anywhere. I think that's silly. And I think to claim that you have connections like that is indicting yourself and silly in the first place. You understand? So it's just that simple. You understand? So it is what it is, man. You feel me? I don't know what else to tell you. All right.
Oh no, what?
So when I'm trying to speak here, just so y'all understand what's going on, they try to send 8 million troll accounts, and then they're sending me subliminal messages, a bunch of vile stuff, right? And then they try to, like, you know, call me out my name, talk to me in a way that nobody ever would.
Sending subliminal messages? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Us sending you subliminal messages? If I could, I would.
What is the purpose of that? That's not cowardly, right?
But I can't, so I won't.
Because you're upset because I'm wealthy, rich, because I've been mad successful. I'm a boss. You're not targeting me. You're hiding behind a computer. You're just typing. What is that? You're trying to fancy yourself to act like you're something you're not. Y'all are not anybody. So what is the point? I don't get it. Like, what? Bro, just talk to me with some respect. I get to talk just like you get to talk. We don't tolerate gaslighting at all from anyone. Understand that. So I'm a grown man. You will talk to me with respect. You'll allow me to speak back. That's it. It's not a difficult. Again, there is nobody who could sit in this chair and do this show and withstand this. It has an actual effect physically. It's a detriment to health lawsuit. And they've been doing this for years and years and years because they're cowards and they take the cop out because they're all terrified of me. You're only telling me what I want to know. I'm not unblocking anything. Goodbye. My decisions are final, and what I tell you, you will do. Like I said, if you feel some way about it, brother, like I said, what's up? Have you signed the waiver? Come on, man. All that fake talk, all that fake energy, bro, but y'all all know what it is, man.
Okay. You just blocked another guy, and then you start talking about just sign the waiver. Come on, come on, come on. You know nothing is ever going to happen. You block someone, which is a very, very pussy thing to do in most circumstances, and then immediately start talking about people signing waivers and come on, come on, come on. If you don't have the courage to stand up to chat messages, you sure as fuck don't have the courage to fight anybody. Do you see how that works?
You want to talk on the internet. We ain't talking on the internet. Like I said, all that acting, bro. And you'll keep it on the internet.
Oh, God.
Right? Because ain't none of y'all real, ain't none of y'all nobody, and y'all know reality, bro. Feel me?
Oh, get one more big puff in there, or a nice big bite, or a sip, or whatever. We're going to be going out of Smoke 'em if you got 'em here in less than 5 minutes. But as you know, that's simply a formality. It's not going to stop you from smoking, and it sure as hell not going to stop me. Saturday Madness.
Yeah, you're not going to sit here and play with me. You're going to understand reality. You know what it is. You're looking for responses on the internet, brother. That's all. You understand? Who are you, brother? I don't know who you are, man. Y'all gonna let me get a word in edgewise? I'm trying to talk here.
What?
See how, I mean, this is ridiculous, bro.
A guy in a chat not letting you get a word in edgewise? Are you serious? I see why this one is so popular because, oh boy.
This is what they do. Electronic means in front of the whole world. We have officials that watch my channel. Still none of them do their job. Absolutely pathetic. But what I'm saying doesn't make sense. This dude is sitting here wiping his brow and ain't talking about nothing. What is the point? Hello, what, bro? Identify yourself, homie. You walking in here. What's up? Who is you? What you here to do, brother? Because I ain't starting another show over. It's crazy, man.
You crazy. This whole thing is fucking crazy. It absolutely, truly is 49 minutes after the hour. And you know, listeners, Blue has a really nice one here for you. I think you'll enjoy it. I know he won't, but if Joey lived to be 65, do you think he would claim digital elder abuse? Oh, fuck yeah.
And you see, they'll just keep doing this.
Oh,
where
hell
they don't
yeah.
want to let me talk. Right. You're looking for a response. You're trying to get a reaction. We're going to stay calm, bro. You understand? We could do this all day, bro. That's weird, man. You don't need to say hi to me, bro. I don't know who you is. You understand exactly what situation and environment you walking into. You can hear exactly how I'm talking. You know what it is, right? You and your little corny cap, right? If you have something to say, brother, if you want to say hello, how come y'all ain't saying hello to me in the street? Can you answer that? Go ahead and tell him.
Oh, okay. I was not expecting this in any way, shape, or form. Can anybody, before we go on, because this thing just found another level, who in the hell is that? Can you please tell me who in the hell is that? We have been here for 1 hour on Saturday Madness on Negative 43 TV. It's 10 minutes till the hour, and it is the part of the show here where, yes, indeed, Rich is going to grip just a little bit, but he's going to grip. Yes, he is. Just as soon as he finds the damn Chiron. I know there's a Chiron in here somewhere. Yeah. There we go. Yep, it's time to bump some money here on Saturday Madness. And so far this month, we haven't made anything on Super Chats. And that is 100% okay. Always remember the most important thing about all of this is that you're here. If you can tip, please do. But if you can't tip, you're here. And that is truly what matters.
Right, exactly. Now get off my show.
Goodbye. Oh, that
I
was
just saw your name.
That was short-lived, wasn't it? Or short-lived, depending on, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I try to take this thing back, but every time I move a video back, it won't let me do it in small increments. We'll go backwards 3 minutes. And, well, anyway, there was a guy on his panel for 10 seconds, and that is a perfect example of exactly what I'm talking about. A person with narcissistic personality disorder, as badly as he has it, will not be told that he is wrong about anything, will not be challenged about anything at all. I don't know if there is a scale for NPD. I know that there's an inventory for it, and I know it's a 10-question inventory, and I know he checks 10 out of 10. I looked into that 5 years ago, and it's got to be the same.
Right, you want to play games.
As gone as he can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not doing nothing for you. You just came on here and tried to compromise my livelihood. Understand the capacity of your actions when you speak and when you do something.
Uh-huh.
You understand?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgive everybody, but I forget nothing. You will never come on this program.
I forgive everyone and I forgive nothing. I'm just letting that kind of marinate in the frying pan that is my brain right now. And just wow.
Just because of that. See, so what you could have done as a grown man and an adult, let me tell you what you could have done since you talking to the real boss and the chief, son, right? You, right, could have come over here and watched your mouth like I done told y'all a million times and talked to me with some respect.
I'll have to try that. I really will. I don't know if I can do it in full screen, but thank you for the tip. I'll take any help that I can get. If I'm doing something wrong or there's some way I can do something better, let me know. I am highly coachable.
Okay? I ain't Jimmy. I don't care about Jimmy. Jimmy 3 feet tall and soft as a cupcake. Okay? Is that what you want to hear? Jimmy ain't nothing and nobody. Okay? Jimmy is a joke. Now go run and tell Jimmy. And Jimmy can bring his soft self over here on this panel.
So you can block him within 5 seconds, if that. Yeah, that's going to work out really, really, really well, you carnival barker looking. Fuck you, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Orza to the show. And he says, for the listeners, I'm about to go downtown, but what is this? Indeed, it's from 3 months ago, and it's the most popular video. It's the most popular video on his channel at the present time, his channel being, of course, Batman the Alchemist, right here on Negative 43 TV. And we're watching Whack 100, Brick Baby, Crip Mac, and all false flaggers addressed. And this is from about 3 months ago, early July, I believe.
Because that's all he'll do. He ain't going to talk in person, right? That's why every time you hear him talk, all he do is run to the same things. By the way, I have the screenshot documentation.
Oh, Hatfield McCoy, thank you so much for the super chat. Now we've got something in the super chat. We got to beat Tyree. We got to beat Tyree. Thank you so much, Hatfield.
Jimmy, of your shows and what you keep on pulling out while you do your live streams. Just so you know, meaning that what? That's a federal indictment. You can't be doing that online.
Oh, come on. Go live, please.
That's a charge. Good luck. Have fun in court.
But this is pretty good, though.
Not wise, bro. Y'all people is silly, man. You don't want to play games and can't even talk without breaking the law, and you think I'm going to put up with it? Right. Look how mad they are. Oh, I know. I know you, man. Yep. Stay mad. Look at them. Look at the reaction I get with people.
All right.
That I can't even try to talk on my own show because these people are that triggered and pressed. See, everybody can see the minute I'm going live, they send in as much as they can at me by electronic means and don't.
If you thought that was true 3 months ago, oh my God, you have every reason to be paranoid because when you go live, somebody from negative 43TV is right there to handle it. It's true. You might sneak one through at, say, 2 or 3 in the morning Eastern time. But I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's stunning. Every move he makes, 20 hours a day, is covered. It's really crazy. Anyway, time to put the pit boss away for a little while. He deserves a break. And another thing that's going on break right now, ladies and gentlemen, please say hi to Bert the computer.
Want to let me talk. I haven't been able to have a minute to breathe and speak. This is the same thing they tried to do with me in reality, trying to play games, right? With who? A gangster. Because they know I'm a gangster.
Please welcome our goddess, Elfra. She is here, and she's here live. Best in Show is here. Thank you so much for the super chat. Perhaps we're starting to roll a little bit here on Saturday Madness. In that regard, Sis says she's back from her nephew's party. Those are the best ones, really, aren't they? And yes, I'm having a lovely evening. I've been bragging about my golf score off and on. I shot 41, didn't lose a single ball, and had 3 putts. As soon as I can break 40 from the furthest tees up, I can go back one. Yeah.
We're looking for a response. Again, I'm going to remain calm. We can do this all day. How long you want to do this for? Because I'm getting paid for it, and I'm still following the rules. And my network.
I got something in response to my last rant. It's from Sheriff Consent, who says, "I will never sleep again." His dedication is beyond compare around here.
I'm going to run, and I'm going to continue to be a boss. So what's up?
Oh, seriously, I could not be any happier. I still got to get my driver together a little bit. I'm not slicing it. I'm feeding it. And I think it's just a matter of ball position. Ball position. Boy, I'll bet you didn't expect to hear that when you got out of bed this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Shekels McJewison. We call him Skip.
Again, you don't talk while I'm talking. You'll let me speak, and you'll let me breathe, and you'll let me do what I need to do. It's that simple, bro. What you do is mad corny, and it's a cop-out. It's something that cowards do. You're terrified of me. That's what it is. No, it ain't easy. It ain't easy at all to go through this. And I'm going to tell you something. This is why when we get to court, the judge is going to love my case. He going to love my case. They're going to give me settlement $1 million.
I watch old boxing. I watch old everything. Has anybody here ever heard of Nicolino Loche? Look that up. Just an absolute magician. He was called the unhittable one.
Millions of dollars, bro. Because they're going to be like, y'all followed this man around, tracked me, right? All this nonsense, and acted like you were something you weren't when you were never going to do anything, and all you do is make illegal phone calls. I'm sorry, but what? Who has ever been treated like that? Michael Jackson didn't get treated like that, bro. Elvis, none of them folks. Feel me? That's weird, man.
What the actual fuck? Just what the actual fuck? There's really, I'm drawing a blank there. One thing I'm not blank on, Brother Ardash is here on this Saturday, and it's Saturday Madness, 59 minutes after the hour.
Like I said, how does it feel to know that you're already federally indicted, that you're already on a federal indictment going
24 minutes after the hour in Newfoundland and Labrador.
In a prison? How does that feel? Is that really necessary? Is that really how you treat human beings and people who are just trying to talk and speak? Do I really deserve that? Not at all. I'm a good person, been good to everyone. You can't judge me. You're talking about yourself. Anything else?
Oh, there's going to be all kinds of shit before we're done here. You can bet your ass on that. Please welcome Mr. Smith. He is in Brownsville quite a bit on business, I believe, with SpaceX. And he says, for the listeners, no joy. I didn't see Tyree out and about in Brownsville. Yeah, that is a shame, man.
Yes, here I am, 35 in the bucks. We getting paid, making money. You want to talk? Or allow me to have a conversation with you. If I said I ain't talking to you and you're banned from the program, you know what it is. I don't got to repeat myself 8 million times. You're doing the same thing every day.
We have our first movie title, Timu Jim Varney starring in Ernest Isn't Allowed to Fucking Breath. I believe that should have been fucking breathe, and that one came from Skip.
What? Like I said, these folks repeat themselves, bro. What is the point of that? What? I didn't ask you for your opinion on Elvis. You don't know anything about Elvis. Like I said, if you're gonna
Mr. Smith says, I'm afraid I'm back. Well, if you got more time, there's always hope. You know the route.
Talk and act like you're having a conversation.
And if you don't, I'm sure plenty of people will help you. I'm sure of that.
And don't communicate intermittently, it's a felony. Learn how to speak. You don't know how to talk?
Communicating intermittently is a felony. Okay. If you call somebody, an old friend or something that you haven't talked to, say in 6 months, somebody that lives far away, that's a felony. Don't you dare try to get back in touch with anybody that you've lost contact with, because according to this fucking idiot, it's a felony.
You're that triggered and pressed and unhinged that you don't know how to talk without committing a felony, and you don't think that you should be held
I see why this is so popular.
Accountable for your crimes? I'm allowed to breathe. I'm allowed to speak, bro. What's up, bro? What's your deal? What's your problem? How about that? You've never stated what your issue is. You don't.
In reference to the movie title, Skip says simply, same difference.
I don't have an issue with me because of anything I've done wrong.
You it's so festive here.
Me and because I'm a good person and you're pure evil. Next. And I get money and I get pizzed and I put you in your place. And I'm so strong that even your electronic means don't break me down. Yeah, don't worry about me doing what I got to do to get through it. But I continue to win. I'm a boss. Everything I do is right. You ain't analyzing me. I ain't nothing for nobody to analyze. You
no shit.
Me. You don't have any power.
You ain't nothing to analyze. Your analysis would be just absolutely endless to a professional. But dude, just negative 43 TV, and I'm at a loss for words. I'm Richbartone.
Just sit down and be quiet, bro. I don't talk like that. I talk respectfully to people, and people give me time to think and speak. Nope.
Sit down and be quiet. I talk to people respectfully.
Nobody treats me like that or talks to me like that in person. And you'll talk to me the same way on here. And that's all I'm demanding is my respect. Calmly. So what do you mean? I'm a grown man. I deserve the same respect that all these other fools get on here when they're nobody. Like, what? Who are you, though? You don't run YouTube. You're not a CEO. Like, you're not treating me anyway. You're just people who are mad, disgruntled fans. What's the point of that? Why do you have to have other people speak for you? Like, that's weird. You need a computer army because you're delusional, and when people don't agree with your delusion, you get mad at them, and then you start doing electronic means towards me? What is that? Bro, no one agrees with you. It's not just me. The entire world thinks you don't make any sense because you don't. I'm sorry, bro, but you got to make some sense, man. That's crazy. So see, every time I'm trying to talk, they not making sense.
Here's one from Nega for the listeners. I'm reading this because there's a very high possibility that I am about to mispronounce what you're about to hear. Hold a thought for me as I read, and it says, Joey is anti-analyse and pro-analyze.
Hopping on and off the panel of a very serious program that when somebody comes on this panel, we take it seriously like anything. And we think that you're here to talk and contribute to the content. See what I'm saying? Nah, man, that's weird, bro. Nobody deserves that. You understand? So like I said, I'm going to keep on doing me, and I'm going to keep on being strong. Like I said, you're not doing anything to me. I'm a tough guy. I'm the gangster. What do you mean? I didn't ask you about any of that. I don't know what you're talking about, man. What? When did that happen? None of that ever happened. So, like I said, if you're going to continue to just type nonsense, be my guest. I'm not
Okay.
defending myself from lies. Next, 45 in the box, right? People come over here because they want to hear the truth, not for anything else. Nothing's happening with me. You're not making me feel anyway. The energy is completely calm. You hear the beautiful birds in the trees. You upset because I'm wealthy and you can see it? Yep. You mad? The oranges are coming in nicely. Mm-hmm. Yes, they are.
On golf course property, and this, he doesn't even play golf. Oh my
Yep. You upset? Mhm. I'm not in a cage, brother. I do what I want. Mhm. Seems like you're a little triggered and pressed over there, ain't you? See, they want to do all these antics, but they don't want to let me talk.
Yes, Frost is reaching Nirvana right now. She has the preliminary fights on in the background, and she's listening to Saturday Madness and watching Saturday Madness. Now, that is multitasking entertainment for you.
It's the same thing I had exes try to do. Hey, you trying to create rage and anger. You don't have that power over me. Look how calm I'm talking to you. Nah, brother, I continue to show love to people like you, man. You know what I mean? Because people like you need love, bro. You need God. You feel me? Real talk, man. So now we know that you're just unhinged. So right, and you've known for years I match energies. If I tell you not to do something, just don't do it. But
Oh, we're going to do it. If you say not to do it, it's a guarantee that somebody's going to do whatever action it is that you don't want done because we hate your guts. At least I hate your guts, but that's another issue for another time. We have a movie title from Skip. Timu Jim Varney starring in Ernest Commits a Felony with Telecommunications Device. I like it a whole hell of a lot. Sis says, sis being, of course, L. Frost, and smoking weed, Rich. Don't forget smoking weed. I'm certainly not going to. It's time for Bert to go back to work, and that can mean one thing only. It is, once again, smoke 'em if you got him here on Saturday Madness. I'm Rich Baritone.
but if you're gonna be like that, no problem. You can be any way that you want. I don't care. You understand? Exactly. That's exactly what you're pulling right now. And I should have just gotten proof of that. Yep, I did. Okay. Yes, I said the word antics. That's what you're doing, right?
Antics!
So notice how every time that I'm trying to talk back and respond and speak, number one, they're speaking intermittently, which is a felony across state lines, especially when they're already guilty of gang stalking.
As I said a few moments ago, according to that logic, if you call somebody that you haven't talked to for a long, long time, you're committing a felony.
Conspiracy to commit what towards me and Rico. These are the most uncomfortable people ever, and they're saying they're trolls. You're not trolls. You're people who are going to prison. If you're going to say something to me, you don't need to talk over me. Give me ample time to respond. That's all. That's all you're doing. It's just some pettiness. Like, does there need to be another comment when you just talk? If you talked, I expect to have time to respond. So,
No, I don't want to give you time to respond. Please warmly welcome, give a warm Sneedville welcome to HK Memphis Shay. We call her Shay. Simply, Shay, how are you?
no problem. I'll just ignore you. All right. So, like I said, they recruit all of them from prison, right? Let me see here. Crip Mac apparently lost in jail. All right, hold up.
Yeah, anything he doesn't like is a felony, Lobster. That's absolutely true. And then Skip comes through with, I was away from the keyboard, but say it with me, folks. You know what he's going for here. 1, 2, 3, antics. It's so much fun. Yes, it certainly is.
So, yeah, bro, listen, I can handle anything that you got. Bring it. Feel me? It's just the fact that that's not how this country works. That's not normal. And like I said, nobody else goes through that.
You can handle anything we got, bring it. Just don't type in my chat. I don't know. Sounds kind of vaginal to me. But that's just me now. But it does sound very, very pussy. I'm sure many of you will agree. Smuggy Smuggerson says, for the listeners, Rich, are you doing felonies, bro? According to him, oh man, geez, throw the book at me.
So what are you talking about? That's not normal. But like I said, This is what happens when you run the streets and you have a bunch of cowards that hide behind computers and phones all day, and they literally.
Yes, let's take a moment to remind everybody that is here, you do not want to miss Sticky's show. Tomorrow night, he's got a surprise for us. He hasn't told me or anybody else, so it's going to be loads of fun. I'll tell you what, Sticky, just so I don't fuck it up, will you please, in the comments, put down the time of the show? I believe it to be 5 p.m. Pacific Sneedville time and 8 p.m. Eastern Sneedville time. I think that's right.
Work with all the corrupt and all these people who are literally doing a bunch of illegal activity and committing crimes. You understand? I don't care what you do, but my words don't not only matter, but you're going to...
I just love the way this is worded. This is from L. Frost. You listeners, it's a good night for you. Like the last thing that greasy mop needs is a terrarium on his head.
Hear and follow every word of what I tell you to do.
That's good. I like it.
So, like I said, Crip Mac said that he banned Mac from the West Coast. Don't believe that at all.
So the times I said were, in fact, correct. 5 p.m. Pacific Sneedville time, 8 p.m. Eastern Sneedville time. Again, it is a surprise, and oh, man, you're not going to want to miss it because I'm sure as hell not going to miss it. Negative 43 TV, 10 minutes after the hour.
Crip Mac lost in jail a bunch of times to a bunch of scrubs, right? Jab 5, apparently he lost to because he was talking smack about, again, I think Jab 5 is a little more realer. I think he comes from the culture and the background, and it's just that simple. And by the way, if you get caught on candid camera on this show, and I have that documented, that...
You know, you can do anything that makes you happy on Smoke 'em if you got him. And Lobster has just went next level. Apparently, he's micro-dosing mushrooms with us this evening. That must be very, very interesting. And according to what he says here that I'm going to read for the listeners, it's way interesting. I did my typical micro, but looking at his face makes me feel like I took too much fungus. It always looks like shit is melting and shifting.
All goes to court, so then it's easy for the attorney and the courtroom to ID you. And like I said, everybody's going to have to be served subpoenas to come to court, right? And if not, they put a warrant out for your arrest.
Please welcome one of the prominent comedians here in Sneedville. It's DZ1119. He's just stopping in to say hi because he's on his way out for some cigarettes, and he's going to let this thing roll while he's in the car. Oh, that makes me so happy. 5 p.m. in the evening and 8 p.m. in the evening. Yes, indeed.
Common sense. So I don't understand how you're going to do actions, all these crazy, insane things, all these illegal phone calls, what you did when you called Seton Hospital, what you had happen to me physically that I've been fighting for my life for the past 4 or 5 years. And you're depicting the story by doing what you're doing right now in front of the entire world. And I'm supposed to feel ashamed or some way because you're talking about yourself and how you're downtrodden and how you don't shower or bathe? Bro, you're telling on yourself. You're giving me what I want. You're telling the public the story without me doing anything. These are the slowest criminals I have ever seen, and they're not real criminals. That cyber stuff is not respected in no prison, bro.
Okay, Lobster educates me on mushrooms because that's, boy, talk about something that I don't know anything about. There might be some of you out there that don't know what is up with it either. He says nothing new, bud. Micros don't do anything. If you feel them, it ain't micro. Okay, that helps.
Bro, good luck, man. Y'all better start doing your push-ups. I own you. Yeah, you funny. So you don't have an effect on me. What is that I'm running my mouth stuff? Ain't nobody talking like that in front of me and this reality out here. What is that? That's some computer stuff, bro. I got you. Trust me, bro. Y'all gonna look silly in the courtroom because they're gonna ask you, so you really that immature? Like, you really been talking tough to this gangster?
Yep, Lobster, you're done with them.
For this long behind a computer, and you had all means. You even traveled across state lines and indicted yourself on federal charges and got him fired from a meaningless job and helped him in the process when you weren't trying to. And you were right in front of him and you asked him, what time does the band play? Like,
yeah, it would seem to me that if you're a cigarette smoker, it's really time to pack your own.
Are you trying to make a name off me because nobody knows who you are? It's just self-awareness. You're mad at the fact you have no self-awareness. I'm going to have a field day with you on here. And I own your freedom because you're going to prison. This person is one of the
Both, Frost, both.
slowest individuals I have ever seen. See, you really think that your formula works. No, your formula is complete nonsense. You're trying to fake chaos. I am chaos. Like I told you, you should learn to listen.
We're trying to fake chaos? Fake chaos? You've never watched this show, have you? I try to keep things organized. Sometimes it gets chaotic when I do something old man stupid, but generally, no. Your life, extremely chaotic. All the wrong reasons, of course. But then again, if your life is chaotic, it's not really a positive description after all, is it?
You don't know me. Yeah, you ain't.
He's
doing
not
nothing to me.
your
You said
silly little boy.
It drives me
You don't
crazy.
know
How?
him.
You said that was your goal. I'm perfectly sane. The topic, Jerome, thank you. I appreciate that. It was good time to chime in. Jerome Bennett, I'm in complete control of my emotions, man. Whatever I'm doing here, I'm manipulating you because I own you. I do what I want and I make money off of y'all. Jive turkeys, I make money off you turkeys. Welcome to the show, folks. Best radio show on the planet. You're tuned in.
This
to
is really
Batman
good.
Radio. And they are obsessed. I love it. And they just can't stop me. They can't do anything about it. All right, let's see here. See, people like that, they're what's wrong with the world because
he's going to tell us here in just a second. Speaking of old man mistakes, I just now clicked on show comments on stage. We're an hour and 26 minutes in.
They have an issue with humanity. They have an issue.
Not a huge mistake, but still.
With human beings. Right. And I don't tolerate narcissists. I don't tolerate that inhumanity. So what's up? Right. It's all fake. It's a bunch of fake people. They're going to always try to hide behind the computer, and that's fine. They want you to get upset. That's all they want.
I got to tell you, those things taste really, really good, don't they?
They want to cause trouble for people because, well, everything sucks for them. Man, when somebody analyzes your behavior, you out of luck. One trick ponies. What's up, Corny Cap?
If they have them, I used to smoke a thing called Smokin' Joes, but I'm talking literally the turn of the century, and those were damned good cigarettes. They were.
You still back here? Is that important to you? Is that important to you that you just ID'd yourself?
Yeah, I got 3/4 of a bottle of grape vape juice that I've had for a year, maybe longer. Last June, I quit smoking cigarettes again. I backslid a little bit, but clear sailing now.
Yeah, Lee. Just got you on.
Okay, that's a good sign.
So now they're going to be, the courtroom is going to be easily able to ID you.
Well, you really didn't have any conclusion to any of that now, did you? Negasonic tells us he's spurge posting shorts, but he's not live yet. That is a very, very good sign that he is going to go live, hopefully relatively shortly. But if he doesn't, this is prime. This is far better than I expected it to be. Wearing those new boots downtown, baby.
You're looking at a federal indictment, federal charges. You understand? Okay. And I've got your name. Let me get that too, because you put it on your Facebook. Wow.
In my adult life, I quit once for 8 years, and then I quit again for 8 years after I had my heart attack. And then I picked them back up for about 2 or 3 years. No. A good amount of my adult life, I was not a smoker, which I guess is good.
Oh, real smart. These people are hilarious, bro. What is wrong with this dude? Like, real talk, bro. Look. Real quick. Yeah. Real talk. Get off my stage.
2 seconds that time? Maybe? Get out my face. Talking all this big fucking shit, and you can't handle one guy on a panel. Come on, get on my panel. Why? Why would anybody want to get on your fucking panel? Because all you're going to do is kick them. You're a gutless, cowardly bitch, unless we're talking about the elderly and women, in which case you are, in fact, a threat to them. Oh my God, I hate you oh so very much. Yeah, maybe try the 0% vapes at this point.
Yeah, and that's just for court purposes real quick. That way they can see exactly what he's doing. So you're in the process right now, Simon, of committing a crime. Simon says, you want to play some Simon Says? Simon says that you're going to prison. Simon says,
I'll tell you what, if they had those things, say, in 1973, I would have never started smoking cigarettes, and I don't think anybody else would have either.
that you're poor and don't have a home, you're homeless, and you don't own anything. Simon says that you're telling on yourself and have nothing else better to do right now. You're actively committing a crime in front of me. How long are you going to leave that camera on committing a crime?
As long as I care to. Oh, wait, I don't have a camera on. Doggone it. Anyway, Negasonic middle-aged dickhead says Patrick Swayze used to smoke 4 to 5 packs a day, and Marty Feldman has been reported as reaching to 6 packs a day. I'll admit it, for about 7 or 8 months back in the mid-'80s, I was smoking 3 packs a day. I was, in fact, smoking 3 packs a day. I couldn't keep it up. God, man, 5, 6 packs a day? Good Lord, where's the oxygen?
I can document.
But just don't get it too close to your lighters, you know?
The length of time that you stay on here, too. Do you understand that? All that goes into furthering your own charges, sir. How long are you going to just sit there and look at the computer?
He's going to wait until you find the fucking guts to face him. Not even face him. It's online. You're not actually facing him. You don't have the fucking guts, and you'll cuss him because you don't have the fucking guts. Dutchie explains his entire MO right here. He will mute them, talk over them, or put them backstage. Just totally clitoral, you know what I mean?
While I'm talking to you, I own you. Do you understand? I completely own you. These people are like livestock out here. They're hilarious. And you think you want something. Do you play basketball? No. Why do you come up here with a fake name, brother? Like, what is that? And look, he's just going to sit there. Look. Dazed and confused. Totally lost. That's crazy, son. Dude just sitting there. Not doing nothing. He's just going to sit there.
What are you doing? Yourself, you're just sitting there. This guy decided he was going to wait you out. That's exactly what the fuck is going on here. It's a Mexican standoff, as they used to say. You're playing chicken, and you're going to be the guy that swerves. You've already swerved. Man, wow. There's only one you. Thank God. Well, that's enough grifting for right now on my part. However, that is my email address.
Instead of just being a mature grown man and letting a man do his radio show that he's been doing for decades on YouTube and let me talk. What? Boy, it is crazy, man. Oh my goodness. And I see y'all. I see everything. I see y'all. Yeah. And you people can't do nothing. Can't do nothing about it. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get you off my panel now because, like I said, you just want to stand there and look at me in awe and admiration like, dude, you're a whole man.
Oh, yeah, I remember those days. If you were actually going to the bar, you needed to take 2 packs, and if you got lucky, you would only need a pack and a half of them. Most of the time, if you were me, you were going to the cigarette machine after about 3 hours.
Quit staring at me. All right, so...
And going to sleep after about 4 or 5.
Let's see here. What else? Like I said, Blueface was put in the hospital when he was in jail. They don't want to talk about that. None of them. All the losses they've taken, man. Right? All these people have made themselves look horrible, but they...
Working with hangovers was always fucking torture for me. I mean, fucking torture. I have no idea why I ever drank during the work week. It was just... Holy fuck. But by God, about 3/4 of the way through the shift, I'd feel a lot better, and a little while later, go drink.
I never want to talk about that. What's up with that? Like, genuinely, what's up with that? Why is it an issue to have a conversation about reality, about all your losses, about the fact that you keep losing? What's up with that? Imagine wanting to talk so much and act like you can say something to me. Right, hold up.
Perfect timing. 1 hangover. Oh, you are blessed. Oh my God. It's the reason I quit. So one time I got so fucked up that I was puking and shitting at the same time. And I told myself at that point that I was never going to be that sick by my own hand ever again. And I dropped it quickly, and it was very, very easy. I'll tell a story real quick that I've told a lot before. Years and years and years ago, I'm sitting on my brother's front porch with 3 of his friends, and the question comes up, if you had to pick weed or booze, what would you pick? It went around the porch. Oh man, no, I'm drinking booze, beer, beer. It got around to me, I said weed, and it's not even close. Oh, such a lovely segue into nothing. Sometimes
and act like you can say something to me,
oh,
but
there
in the
it is.
process, you're actually not saying anything to me. Can you imagine that? These people think that that's a tactic. They think they're doing something to an immortal vampire by
Oh,
trying to not let.
I was the same. I was the same until I got sick, which is my euphemism for heart attack. After that, it was nothing. You get through something like that. What is vomiting after that? It goes through. It used to terrify me too. I'll be totally honest about it. Totally honest about it. But at this point in my life, it's just, oh hell, I gotta go throw up.
Let me talk. How immature can you get? But yet they've all indicted themselves on federal charges, and they're all looking at guaranteed prison time. Probably federal time. Probably Fed time. I'm sorry. There's something funny. Is he out now? Okay, thank you for filling me in on that fact. I appreciate that. So far, Jerome. Okay, I don't like your name, Jerome. It's a
It's a hell of a thing to do to get over the fear of vomiting, you know?
telltale sign that you're you know what, but I'm just joking with you, Jerome. It's all good. We accept you over here, Jerome. We're not these people.
And they looked at me like I was from some planet that was not in our solar system, like some kind of a weird thing. Really? Really? Oh, yeah, absolutely. No doubt about it. And then I just quoted George Carlin. You don't wake up with a hangover and you don't throw up on your shoes.
Because the people who come at me, that's what they are. They're discriminate. We accept you here, Jerome. You're okay. All right, Jerome. We appreciate you. Thank you, Jerome, for contributing to the show genuinely and telling me that Blueface is out of prison.
Oh, so first of all, I hate to hear that. And second of all, I guess some traumatic experiences don't have the same effect, do they?
That's perfectly fine. I'm glad
Nothing is universal, you know.
that Blueface is out of prison because I don't wish anyone bad. I hope everybody does well. But just
Oh,
understand that Blueface is out now
yeah.
because he's a snitch.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Blueface is a federal informant, just like all of the dudes I'm addressing.
There is nothing worse than that, especially when you were a kid. And I swear to God, when I was a kid, I could not do what we're talking about without it getting into my nose. And it's totally disgusting. And Tyree, if you're watching, we're talking about vomit. We're not talking about you right now. We're talking about puke. What does that tell you about you? Come to me now.
And then again, none of them will do anything about it. I could walk right up to these people, tell them whatever I want to their face. None of them will do anything about it because Tyree Sneed is the man that actually runs the streets. These people don't even come from these rough backgrounds. And their stories are lies and made up. It's all nonsense. They're all just pawns and chess pawns in a chess game, and the feds just move them around like chess pieces, basically. I mean, not realistic.
That is something that I've been fortunate enough to have never done. Aspirating it, that's when bad things start.
Because none of them are smart enough to do that. But the truth is, all these street dudes, they're chess pawns to me. For me, they really are chess pawns. Like, y'all a joke. So, like I said, they don't talk about that. You understand? I didn't ask you what you think. I told you what it is. I'm not asking you. I'm not even.
Okay, everybody, join me in a big ripper. You know what I mean?
Trying to be anyway. That's my response to you. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. I don't ask anybody anything, Jerome. I'm telling you reality, right? See, the white man's a little different. I don't ask people nothing. I tell you what it is. Blueface is a documented federal informant and snitch. I can guarantee you that there's paperwork, not just of him telling on people, but in order to be a rapper in this established game that you currently have in the fake paradigm where they're all broke and pimped and extorted and actually, in fact, genocided, right? Which they don't stand up for themselves and they people. In order to be a part of that game, they have to sell their soul to the devil. They have to take the oath, throw up the Baphomet, which is the horns that I don't want to throw up because I ain't satanic, right? So what symbol does UT throw up? the same symbol, right? Matter of fact, I will throw it up because just to show you, they throw this up, right? That's allegiance to Satan. That's what all evil people throw up. I got set up by the athletic director of UT Delos Dodge when I was 12 years old and survived a baseball to my you-know-what. Okay? And the coach came, the other one, Ducey, Keaton Ducey's dad, and tried to press where it just happened. Like,
boy, there is a good one. I'll read this for the listeners because this really hits on one here. Maybe if I was a normal person, it wouldn't be that bad. I'm jealous of people who say they make themselves puke to feel better. Two such people were in my wedding party. It's absolutely true. We'd be out, getting hammered and and throw up. And I don't know if it was a placebo effect or what. They'd come back like, ready to drink more beer, perfectly sober acted. Just look at him and say, what the hell's wrong with you guys?
Like right here. Okay. And they had to slap his hand off. And I still survived. Like, what? That was funny. You don't want to act like I'm just taking things personally. I'm talking from a real perspective. I'm not asking you anything. You're not entitled to your opinion. Not with me, because this.
Negasonic has a good one here. In some regions, in that also means one in the pink, one in the steak.
Reality.
He's referring to.
Everybody's entitled to an opinion.
He's referring to that right there. You're going to have to wait until you get home, listeners.
Opinion, but when you get told the facts, you can't have a response or retort back. Oh, well, I don't want to believe that. Okay, and that's why you're failing in life, because you don't want to accept facts. I mean,
now that is a true party monster. It really, really is. I tried to be controlled about it, especially when I was out. That doesn't mean that I didn't get absolutely blotto, but typically I didn't puke unless.
See, that's a new age thing. Back in the day, the old school people, they didn't put up with that at all. Back in the day, you had to acknowledge reality straight up.
Now, one thing that I would do back in the day is I would lock in on a certain kind of liquor and just kill it. Just fucking hammer it. People look at you like, how can you drink that and still be on your feet like fucking rock and roll? And then eventually I would projectile vomit from that. And then I would move on to another hard liquor, and on it went until finally I got to tequila. I went through a 3-month phase where it was like water. And then at my friend's bachelor party, I went too far. Did you know that tequila will in fact make you hallucinate? It's terrifying.
You didn't have a choice. If not, they made you. That's the school I come from. So I'm just telling you reality, that this is the reality. Blueface is definitely a snitch. I mean, that's guaranteed. Look at him. He was never a real Crip.
Oh, El Frost has one for the listeners. We're reminiscing on drinking. I think we've kind of veered away from vomiting. Anyway, she says, I did funnel 19 beers. Man, that sounds kind of sorority. I know that you were somewhere else, but I think of that and I'm thinking of, fraternity stuff. Who are really big on that. Oxymoron is here on this Saturday night. The Saturday Madness, 32 minutes after the hour, unless, of course, you're in Newfoundland and Labrador, in which case it's 3 minutes until the top of the hour. I'm getting pretty good at that.
Crip Mac, for calling him out that he's not a real Crip, and Crip Mac saying that he actually lives that lifestyle, is 100% a legit call out. Right? What he should have done is not taken it back and said, oh, I respect your cripping, cuh. Right? But he was trying to be nice because Crip Mac obviously has a heart, right? And he was trying to show some love to someone that he knows is actually a scrub and not real. Okay? Blueface doesn't have a real bone in his body.
Now, in about the mid-'80s, I could drink beer like nobody's fucking business. A case, that's going to be a nice solid evening for me. I'll be drunk as fuck, but I won't be falling out and acting stupid. It was, looking back at it, it was kind of amazing yet extremely dumb.
Okay, Blueface. Like, why do you think they named him Blueface? Y'all is so slow. I can't believe y'all can't figure this stuff out. How corny y'all are. All y'all are cartoon characters.
Yeah, the hell with autocorrect. We're waiting for him to go live. It still has not occurred. I'm watching. Hopefully we have some executive producers out there. That's what I'll call you tonight. Looking as well. If he goes live, by golly, we're going to be right on it. But we're watching a classic here. Whack 100, Brick Baby, Crip Mac, and all false flaggers addressed. It's from 3 months ago, and it is the most popular video on Batman the Alchemist on that channel right here on YouTube.
In the world, your cartoon characters, blue face, because he is the face, right, that the government is using to manipulate you.
Yeah, I took pride in not falling out.
Slowpokes, right, into believing, right, that he's Krypton. He's blue face. He's the face being marketed, just like Dre was the face being marketed for Beats headphones.
I do remember that. In fact, he doesn't know what moonlighting is. Moonlighting means you have a second job. At least it does where I'm from.
Didn't build any headphones. He's not the CEO of that company for real. What are you talking about? In order to be a CEO, you got to build a company like I have. I'm the CEO of my company. Dre was never a CEO of anything.
This is a true story. In 1977, or no, New Year's Eve, 1977, going into 78, I was working at a place called Dibbles, and everybody was drinking, including the miners. Try to imagine that anymore. Anyhow, eventually, I got so hammered they had to send me home. And a ride? No, I walked to work. I was only like 4 blocks away. Well, I walked for a block and a half and I realized I really can't walk anymore. So I was literally on my hands and knees going down that sidewalk. It's the last thing that I really remember. I remember the entire crawl home. What happened after I got in the door, I have no fucking idea. It was like 16 years old and plastered out of my fucking mind. And you know, my dad did nothing. He didn't call or anything.
Any company. Dre was the face that they marketed to the hood, right?
Yes.
To the urban communities.
Yes, they do. The kids call it a side hustle.
Communidades. To you, to the African Americans, so that you could buy their product. See the point?
No.
Blue face. The face of blue. What is blue? For Crippen. So the face to market for gang culture, which happens to be what a lot of people in the suburbs are somehow enthralled by and paying attention to. However,
like you,
they're all fake. Okay? Does he? I believe you. I appreciate, I don't know if you're upset right now, because most people would have gotten upset, but I appreciate, from my heart, if you're not upset right now, because I'm not trying to be any way to you. I actually appreciate the whole dialogue right now. And this is what we need. We need guests like him to make statements. So no matter how he feels, you see how he didn't trip on me and start getting out of character. He just went to the next statement. That's the type of guest that I need in the radio show, so that we can cover the content necessary and get the message out to the public. See what I'm saying? It's a
no, you have no message. Oh boy, you screenshotters, I'm going to leave that one there for a few seconds. Look at the hair flying at the top of your screen. Look at the stupid eyes, the little white shit at the left corner of his mouth. I'm going to leave that up there for a few minutes. Snap away. Going on in 3, 2, 1.
Hard thing to do, not only for me but for them, but I give them kudos for that. But if you can keep your cool, then we can get this message out to the public so that people can hear the truth and what's really going on. I'm sure he does have a $100 bill tattoo on his face because he doesn't make any hundos. It's the truth. They're all broke. They sell their soul for pennies, brother. That entire culture and group has been selling their soul for fake trinkets, for actual slave chains, for nothing since the beginning of time. It's what they're known for. Like, literally. You know what really trips me out too? That stuff about like Nicki Minaj looking like the queen of Cambodia or whatever, and then she says that she's a queen in her music. And I'm really thinking it is the same person. I'm starting to think that might be what it is, and that those might be, I don't know if some of them are like these extraterrestrial beings or something, that maybe they just aren't human at all. I don't know, but I mean, it definitely seems like that, because if you really think about it, we're obviously not me, not the people who wake up. Okay, but this is what I'm telling you. That's a lie. It's a bold-faced lie. But let me finish what I'm saying first. Slow down. So I think that that's what it is you have extraterrestrial and grays. The grays are running the world and the devil basically, and they're running the world and they're using the humans as pawns and puppets, and you can see it. So I'm outlaying the whole layout so that the world can say, okay, this guy makes sense. I'm showing you step by step. You can't tell me what you're saying here. What you're saying here is a full-faced lie.
I am so pleased with myself that I was able to keep my damned mouth shut during that entire soliloquy, shall I call it. Oh boy, if you Clippers like that, you should go to work on that damn near immediately.
Okay, it's not even an opinion. I mean, an opinion is something you're entitled to, that you have an opinion on something. But when a fact gets presented, you can't get around it. Blueface is a snitch. I just proved it to you. I just told you. His name is Blueface because he's the face that's being used by the fake elites to promote to those communities, to promote to the public so that they can try to sell you a pipe dream of nonsense and lies and bogus garbage. See the point? He's not a
No.
real Crip because the whole Crips aren't real Crips, Jerome. I'm saying this respectfully. The Crip organization, the Rolling 60s Crips, all just got indicted. You can't be a real Crip and get your whole organization indicted.
Yeah, that does actually happen when you're running a criminal organization and you get busted. Yeah, that happens. And look at that fucking smirk, huh? Holy tits! If I could distribute dartboards, that'd be the one right there. Please welcome Stu. Did you know in Australia this is morning television? It's actually Sunday morning television. If I'm thinking right,
Buddy, okay, you got to make sense. Do you understand? It's okay to not be right all the time. We don't have to be right. You shouldn't be struggling to be right. I'm not trying to be right with you. I'm not Rob Rack. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you to act like I'm right. Okay.
what? That is part and parcel of all of your shit. You're right about every fucking thing. Holy God, the mind just wanders through the meadows of schizophrenia.
Oh goodness. They are too funny, man. It's just pathetic.
Oh man,
They are obsessed.
getting ready for work. That I remember it. You working what, 3, 4 in the morning, maybe 6?
All right. Slow it down here, man, because I don't want to block my boy here, Jerome. Have a seat in my office, Jerome. All right. Listen here, Jerome. You need some schooling on reality. You can't be a real Crip and have your whole organization get federally indicted and go to jail and prison.
Prison's loaded with gangsters. What the hell are you talking about? Dear God in heaven, you know nothing about anything, yet you can keep your mouth running nonstop, going through all this shit that you, again, know nothing about. Hell of a week at work, Stu. Well, tell us about it here, if you care to. Ladies and gentlemen, Stoneman is here. What is up, Sneedville, and what is up with you on this Saturday night?
Blueface ain't built like this, boy. He just ain't. He ain't built like me. You understand? He ain't never gonna be built like me. Straight up. He will never be built like me. You understand?
Oh, man.
So everything you saying is fake. You can say what you want, but it ain't real. I don't care if you went to school with him. He's still not a real Crip, and neither are you.
Who are you to say that? Who are you to say that? Yes, I did get your mentions. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. Let me see. Tonight at 7 p.m. until 8 in the morning for Nega. That sucks, but way back when I worked a 7-day swing and I loved night shift. 11 at night to 7 in the morning. It was a paid excuse to stay up all night long. I'd come home and go out to my garage, which we lovingly called the office, and get absolutely baked, usually with 2 or 3 friends. I absolutely loved it. I did. A week at a time, no problem.
What part are you not understanding? You're not listening. You're trying right now. You're in what you call denial. You're in delusion. You're trying to state that reality is something in this far off land called Delusionville that you can warp and adjust.
I'll tell you what, college football season is great for me because I don't watch college football. I golf. And I went to the golf course today. It's probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe a quarter till 3 in the afternoon. And it wasn't abandoned, but when I got off the first tee, the nearest group ahead of me was like 5 holes up. And then the furthest group behind me wound up being 4 holes back. It was like being out there by myself. It's a great time of year to be a golfer. Skip the games, go play.
You don't control reality, God does, and the facts do and the truth does. So let me read what he said. He said, nah, bro, I went to school with him. He not a 60, blah, blah, blah. He's from Schoolyard Crip. Get your facts together. I don't have any facts to get together because
Lord.
I never stated that he was a rolling 60s Crip. See how you just tried to put words in my mouth? I said that nobody's a real Crip, I repeat, because you can't have your whole crew federally indicted. That has nothing to do with Blueface. That was a separate statement. So you need to get your facts together.
Somebody gonna pull his whole card one of these days. I think that's how these wacky kids say it. Someday, you would hope, but so far no luck. Stu has a high-risk job, listeners. No shit. Just getting up at 5 a.m. to work on top of skyscrapers doing maintenance on cooling towers. Oh man, geez. I'm sitting here, I'm getting vertigo.
Anything else? This is why people get mad, because they can't argue with me. You gotta listen. You gotta listen to specifics. See, you gotta quit.
Come on, dude, go live.
This is why all of you argue in ignorance till the end of time and bump into each other till the end of time, because you're operating from a basis of ignorance instead of facts. Stop trying to be right and slow down and listen. That's how grown men talk, and you'll learn something.
It's a good view, and I'm imagining that just pays totally crazy. And let me read something to you before we go on here. His last video was called Donate to Help Batman Celebrate His 49th World Records. At least that's how he put it. He just kind of skipped over his 43rd world record, did he not?
You don't know anything. You would never tell me to get my facts straight to my face, so stop that. I don't ever not have my facts straight, but you need to get them straight, and I just G-checked you for that. You see how that works? You can't G-check me because I'm your superior, Jerome. Okay, Jerome? All right, come on, Jerome. We can do this. So he said he not as 60. See, that's the thing. They act like they're exposing something or you're wrong when they're talking and putting words in your mouth and talking about specifics, and specifics have nothing to do with nothing. That's what women do. Right now you're being like a delusional female where you're concentrating on literal stuff, on specifics. Just because something is stated, and nothing is a literal fact. So you're not making any sense. So what are you saying? I never be to Cali, bro. I run Cali. I run California. I'm the original Bloods and Crips. I come from that. I was the original intent. So everything you just said is a lie. Now you're going to leave my show. Goodbye. See what I'm saying? You start getting out of line because you don't want to listen. See what I'm saying? That's silly, bro. Let's analyze his statement and break it down for you. Right? And you see, I'm not being dismissive. I'm not projecting. I'm not deflecting like y'all do. Like, Rob Wack said, Rob Wack Wack. Rob Wack said, Rob Wack Wack.
You listeners need to know who he's talking to and what he is responding to. He's talking to a guy named Jerome Bennett. God only knows. He's got this comment on his screen, and Jerome said, nah, bro, I went to school with him. He not a 60. He's from Schoolyard Crip. Get your facts together. Good God in heaven. And you're right, Stoneman. There are a lot of college players named Sneed in Texas. It's absolutely true. And a lot of them are named Snead, like Norm Sneed, the classic quarterback.
Got him singing like me now because he got to copy me, just like they did Elvis. Rob Wack said, Rob Wack Wack, oh, Rob Wack, oh, Rob Wack Wack. All right, so
it is a true fact there. It certainly is.
Check this out, right? Look how mad they are. Look at them mad. Oh, they just admitted to it.
Although occasionally you do wind up with the linemen and quarterbacks named Sneed. But a couple of them anyway.
Another charge on a...
Remember Javon Sneed? Played at Mississippi. One hit ruined his life. That was spelled Snead. And if you don't know anything about Javon Sneed, go check it out. It's a tragic thing.
Federal indictment. Nice. I love this.
Yeah.
It's awesome. These fools.
Sam Sneed was one of the absolute all-time great golfers. Absolutely. If you're a beginning golfer or a golfer of some experience, it always helps to look at Sam Sneed's swing. You just don't understand how he hit it so far with such a perfectly timed liquid swing. And I was always a hitter until recently relative to golf. I've become a swinger of the club because I can't take it back very far anymore.
Soft.
Yeah, it
All right,
does.
so he said, I've never been to Cali. I came up in Los Angeles as a little kid with blonde hair around Chicano gangbangers and all the Bloods and Crips. I literally come from the original intent. I just don't claim that and I don't roll with that. Like I told you, I'm the actual boss.
Oh.
I'm the Lord. So what do you mean?
Oh, yeah, Neg, I should have mentioned this later or earlier, actually. His nephew, J.C. Sneed, was a professional golfer who won a few tournaments, made quite a bit of money. It was his nephew.
But I don't claim nothing. I'm just a white man and that's it. White man in the world. You understand? No.
Stacy Sneed sounds like either a wide receiver or a cornerback.
Oh, you're nobody, but I'm okay
Just a
with
guess.
you coming over here because can you tell me what audience you came from? Did you come from that Jimmy dude? Because now, see, they're trying to come from over there because, like I said, he's a troll. That's fine. You can come over here because you're going to pay me. See, they don't get it. Right now, I just made a financial move on them. I'm switching up on them. See, right now, I'm making money off of them.
Running back. Running back didn't pop into my mind for no other reason than that everything's so pass centric anymore. It's really kind of nuts. 10 minutes until the top of the hour here on Negative 43 TV Saturday Madness. I'm Rich Baritone, and we are waiting for him to go live on this Saturday. I don't know where he is, but that's okay because what we're watching now, again, is the most popular video on the Batman the Alchemist channel right here on YouTube. And it's something else. Whack 100, Brick Baby, Crick Mac, and all false flaggers address. That's what we're watching right now. It's from about 3 months ago, and it's wacky, everybody.
But you claim you tough. Claim you gangster. But see, I ain't got to go out in the street and do all this tough Billy stuff. I mean, I do, but I don't have to. I don't do what y'all do, which is a bunch of nonsense and stupidity. I don't have to go do all that nonsense to make money.
You know, I can believe that, Stoneman, and that's Tyree. He turns on everybody eventually, usually very quickly.
I literally understand leverage, and now I already got you over here, and I didn't even ask. I didn't go to Jimmy's channel or nothing. So can you...
He understands leverage, but doesn't understand shampoo.
You identify yourself? I mean, more than that, you're definitely not an OG, I'll tell you that much. So don't come over here and make false claims, brother, when you're talking to the Don Dada. That's number one. This ain't Jimmy. You understand? So, like I said, they're all going to find out real quick.
It's just so ridiculous.
It's very simple. But yeah, like I said, the dude said, I've never been to Cali. That's crazy. You said that he's whatever. I don't even think that exists. He said something like a backyard crip. There's no such thing as a backyard crip. There's a neighborhood crip. Yeah. Blueface, factually, you need to get your facts straight, is not a neighborhood crip. On everything I love, Blueface is not a neighborhood crip.
Okay, you love nothing, so he is a neighborhood crip. I got it. That's how I understood it there. Jesus, God, man. A shower, a haircut, anything.
That's why, again, he was called out by Crip Mac, just like in my handy-dandy notepad here with my notes. He was called out by Crip Mac for faulty cripping, which is what he does. Cowboy is faulty cripping. He can't call anyone out that he's just picking on the young boys because he's a joke too. That's why he was driving a rented Lamborghini that he didn't even have to pay for to rent because he sold out Nipsey Hussle for everything. Are you all going to let me talk so we can tell you the actual story of what's going on here? Or are you just going to continue to say nonsense? You let me know. Okay? So again, if you want to get real with yourself and you want to talk and kick facts, all of them are connected, intertwined. I'm talking all the way down the list. Let me continue the story here for you. It gets worse. So like I said, Jav 5 got into it with Crip Mac. He won. Pretty much everyone has won against Crip Mac. Crip Mac is like the local pinata. That's Los Angeles for you. LA is a joke. LA is a place that I can go and take over in 2 seconds anytime I want. And I actually come from LA. Y'all don't.
You do not come from LA. Where in the actual fuck did that even come from? You don't come from LA. This one here has been extra super stupid. Therefore, the legal department wants us to run the following statement as a chyron at the bottom of your screen. We're not taking any responsibility for any psychological damage here.
See, they don't get that the smart boss is going to stay the hell away from LA. I didn't do it intentionally. It's just how my life went. But the smart people are going to let you do it to yourselves. They're going to sit back and laugh at you peasants, just like the aliens would look at humans and say, let these slowpokes do it to themselves. And then we'll come back when we're older to real home and take everything over in our sleep. Because all them, they just going to keep doing it to themselves. Because why? Because they're ignorant. Because they lack knowledge. Is that not the truth of how people look at y'all? You tell me. Is that not how they look at you? How do they look at you then? Do they look at you like you're educated? Because you're not. Do they look at you like you're a street force, a gang? When Nipsey Hussle walked around these fake hoods, they're fake. They're not real. Okay, all the projects got cleaned up around when I was like after I was like 16, when I was in the heat of everything and the actual active.
People look at me and they say, hey, look, there's an old man.
Ghettos and hoods when it was active. They all got cleaned up like right after that when I was like 17, 18 in high school. I had to stand in front of one of them, in front of the projects, and stood up to the people in their face, the actual workers, trying to come through and completely renovate and ruin my hood. I had to stand up to them in their face. Yeah. So what do you mean? And I was the only one who did. I was the only one who stood up and didn't care. I stood up to them in their face. And they got scared and they ran away. They left. They said, nah, we ain't going to deal with it. Yeah, I stood up for actual hoods and communities. Communities, like, they either had to wait and do whatever they was going to do later, renovating, or they didn't do it at all because they were that shook. I'm really a hood dude. So the stuff you talking about, there's hoods I own and run. See the point?
No.
But y'all talk about Pablo Escobar, who didn't own nothing. He was like a mason. He was a mason. Clearly, he worked for the...
Pablo Escobar was a mason? Pablo Escobar was a mason. I don't know anything about it. My guess is going to be no, but this world nowadays is so fucking wacky. Maybe he was a mason. Who knows? But I'm still going to say, what the fuck?
Government. Those little villages he created, he didn't do that with his own money or to help the homeless. He did that so he could have power and control over all those homeless people, and he created a damn army. Because guess who told him to do that? The government. See what I'm saying?
No.
Look, man, coming over here
firmly
and interjecting blanket statements, that's fine. You can do that, but that's not participating in the conversation. So I suggest you be mature. See, ignorance is not anything to brag about. That's why you're poor.
Please welcome CIA Hole. He says, hi, Rich in chat. Did you see the channel shared the other day with the old videos? The first one, I think, he talks about how his dad hates him and his mom is a whack job. I think it's 10 years old. Oh, dear Lord in heaven. No, I did not see that. Please tell me the name of the channel right here, right now. I just got to know, man. Just got to know.
See how easy it is to put you in your place? If you're going to talk, come here, be calm, take your time, and contribute to the conversation. It's an educated debate. The only people in their feelings is you. Why would I back down on issues I'm correct about? You could do whatever electronic means. You could do whatever.
I'm assuming that will be in Discord.
All the Ghostbusters for all I care. Ghostbusters.
I will be checking that out after the show, and I've got an idea of perhaps some of the stuff we're going to be looking at going into next week.
And Tyree's defeating you in a debate. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. When you just can't seem to get a clean slate, who you gonna call? Rob Rat Ghostbusters.
God.
In the neighborhood. Because Nipsey was never a neighborhood crip, right? Even Nipsey was never a neighborhood crip. You can tell yourself what you want. Now, he was a wannabe neighborhood crip. Right. I already know how it is, man. I know what they do to get y'all in the set. Y'all think because I don't use the words and terminology, I don't know what I'm talking about? Come on, bro. Y'all all know what it is, man. I invented all this stuff. What are you talking about? I'm the creator of all of you in this reality. You think I don't know something about what you're talking about? I know everything about gang culture, Woody. What are you talking about?
Okay, the one that you mentioned, Stoneman, is an excellent channel, an excellent forgotten channel. Most hated, last real N-word with an A left 8486. Now, that's probably got quite a bit of content that many of you may not have seen before. It comes highly recommended, and CIA Hole says the channel is called I Want to Be Black. Okay, at I Want to Be Black. All lowercase. It's in Sneedville for me, but that's one that you can look up right now.
Ain't making no sense.
Welcome back, Lobster.
I'm talking, and yet nobody's proving me wrong still, and this is an open debate for anyone in the public.
Sure it is.
You understand?
No.
Like I said, this dude introduced himself. I want you to talk. I'm asking you, who are you? Identify yourself. Quit false claiming and false bragging, and tell me who you are. Do you want to have a conversation? Let's have a conversation. My rules for coming on the panel are very clear. You're going to be respectful and talk polite. We're going to have to screen or something on here to make sure that you're going to do that. I'm not going to keep losing my great shows. Like this show, I ain't bringing nobody up on panel. Ain't going to ruin all my hard work of hours I put in, and then y'all got the audacity to come on here and talk about gangs like you tough. Gangs aren't even tough. That's my whole point to you. All these dudes is soft. They all got manipulated by the feds. They're getting moved around like chess pawns and chess pieces. What are you talking about? So you talking about he's not rolling 60s, talking about Blueface. Well, what the hell is he then? Because he's not a backyard Crip, because that doesn't exist. So you need to get your facts straight. So what is he? I mean, what are you saying? You can't be a neighborhood Crip and not have a set. You still have a street and a set you claim. Whether he's rolling 60s or not means nothing. When the rolling 60s got indicted, guess what? If the rest of the Crips didn't get indicted,
and the documents he sent to me are in a word voluminous.
Because I haven't found that out yet, because I don't care. This is just stuff I research so I can do my show. I don't care about none of you. But if they haven't gotten indicted, the other Crips who aren't rolling 60s, well, they obviously got put in a more compromised position now, clearly, where now they can be investigated, and they're obviously being surveilled and investigated as we speak. So what do you mean? The rolling 60s getting indicted compromises every Crip and gang organization, especially in LA. To think that people don't have time on their hands and they don't have private investigators, CIA, FBI.
Feezer, there's another one perhaps I need to look into. I'm actively, I'm thinking about Plan Bs right now because the way he describes his feet, no, it's because I landed wrong after doing muscle ups. No, that's not it at all.
FBI, feds watching all these gangs in LA would be silly, and that's my thing. They don't do nothing. They just sit there watching and surveilling. Your job is supposed to be to protect the community and the people. You're supposed to stop these people.
Although I'll probably lean more toward Candy Grand Prix. People around here sure do despise her.
From doing all this havoc. That stuff would have not happened on the Vegas Strip had anyone in the FBI or CIA been doing their job. That's the truth. Why are we sitting here not blaming the people who are to blame and holding them accountable and pointing the finger at them and saying, you need to do your job?
Because it's all your fault. Whatever the fuck you're talking about, it's all your fault. You just know it is. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Art Garfunkel. Art! He's here from Australia too. Sunday morning television in Australia. Yes, indeed.
If you're not going to do your job, which is fine with me because they license who? A Batman. That's why you have to have a Batman. You see how much work I'm going to have on my hands? I will never run out of work. I think that's hilarious how they calling themselves the Red Triangles now.
All right, everybody. Load up your guns and go, go, go. Oh, holy God. I'm telling you, kids, he's ugly as if he invented it. That is no joke whatsoever. It's Saturday Madness. I'm Rich Baritone, 3 minutes after the hour. And what we are doing right now, other than looking at that, we're hoping and waiting for him to go live here on the Saturday evening. The way he tends to do it on Saturdays is he will go live right after the old show here because there's only one reason he's watching.
He said the Red Triangles are blah, 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 so we don't have to give them watch time. It's hilarious, bro. They scared to give me watch time? I've got him
You talking about the green hair days there? Yeah, he kind of did.
right where I want him, Coach.
Oh, well, what was that?
They know everything they type in is fake. He said, bro, you're talking about stuff you have no clue about. I'm talking about stuff I know everything about and come from. What are you talking about? I can't do it with these folks. Like, they're awesome. They're hilarious. They're just going to go. They're going to disagree with reality no matter how many times they lose.
There you go. Stoneman says dyed blonde, but yeah, the general amount of time there, frame of time there. Logie Paris says, yes, indeed, it is time once again to say 1, 2, 3, hail Sartod.
I don't know anything about what I do for a career now because I come from all of it and I've lived in the middle of all of it. So you know all my whereabouts. So you know where I was at in Dallas. You know all my history in Dallas. You know that there's different neighborhoods that are the roughest neighborhoods in America. And if I show up, they're like, yeah, Tyree's crazy. Stay away from him. What? I was in all sorts of stuff.
Motivational speaker Tyree Sneed. That I think I remember that one. That was a while ago. I'll look that sucker up for sure. But something I want to get into is the Todd Morris days, the Fight Club radio days. There is so much insanity inside of that material. It deserves to be looked at.
But I don't.
More accurately listened
I
to.
don't know about the. Come on, bro. You silly. Like I said, that's a snitch. You a snitch. Why do you? JNYC, I'm more than happy to have you here, man. I'm happy that you're here. I don't know who you are. I'm not mad at you. I'm happy to have you here. But when you speak, can you just say a whole sentence and ask me what you're asking me, please? And please, can it be something respectful and an actual question on the topic? The topic is being talked about. You should be able to gather the topic, whoever this is.
You've been Teddy Peasered.
You're talking about 3M. I had a bank account with over $300,000, and one of my stocks that I held was 3M.
I don't know anything about him, and that's funny.
I can get jobs with 3M. I could have gotten a job with 3M anytime I wanted in the past. Didn't want it. Why would I work for companies when I make mineral rights and oil royalty money?
You would work for a company because you desperately need a job. And the previous two things that you mentioned, the last two things that you mentioned, are no longer in your possession. Please blow it out of your ass.
Like, I'm the boss. I was an oil tycoon. What are you talking about? I still got mineral rights. They still working on projects that they paid billions of dollars to drill into wells and stuff, and I own little small interests in. Small, but I own interest. It was $1 billion project.
So what is Feezer's trip? Is he just a delusional wannabe something or another? What is he known for?
I'm talking like they spent billions of dollars. And I
mean, obviously insanity's got to have something to do with it. This is purgatory after all.
I have a small interest in what they're drilling into. But I'm nobody, right? Okay.
You are nobody. Yes, that's true. That's right.
Sense, but I'm still a part of it.
Oh,
that's an accolade for a street gangster. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
The
topic is about all of these members. It's the topic of the show. It's right there, the title. Can you read it? Yes, that's right. I mean, literally, but every day that I wake up, I listen to y'all talk, and I'm like, man, they goofies. Y'all the meaning. You want to talk about
a Nick Fuentes stalker and an actual alt-right grifter? Ugh, man, jeez.
Goofy, you the meaning, bro. I don't know what you talking about. That's fine. If I'm goofy, then I'd rather be goofy, because apparently goofy means you the coolest dude on the planet. Apparently goofy means you got your whole act together and you a boss and you really about it. Like, what are you talking about? You can't be anything because you're talking on the internet.
You're goofy. It doesn't mean anything other than you're fucking goofy. You're awkward. You're goofy. You do stupid shit every fucking day. Holy crap. And yeah, it sounded kind of political when he said, I don't do politics of either side. This is an escape from everything for me. And it works beautifully for me.
It's what you're doing.
And hopefully it works beautifully for you as well. It's kind of how it's designed, if you can say that.
Reality in these streets. So I'll always be the OG. Y'all are the goofies. You online just talking on fake accounts. Your last name you're saying right now is Smagala. I mean, come on, bro, get out of here. What? Talking about what you won, what you got a problem with it. No, we don't have the same amount of subs because mine are real and yours ain't. But that's fine. You can say whatever. I don't care. Are you going to contribute to the topic, man? If not, I'm going to go ahead and kick you two out of here. All of y'all getting
You
kicked and banned
pussy.
if you don't want to contribute to the topic, man. Like I said, this is not a Jimmy stream.
I will absolutely do that, Nig, and thank you for whatever it is that's awaiting me.
Okay, you get away with that stuff with Jimmy. Jimmy, I'm like the 50 Cent of this game. So the same way he was saying Jimmy when he was talking about Jimmy Iovine and Jim Jones, I'm gonna handle that the same way. Jimmy, I can dismantle that whole operation over there. The real talk, I got power to dismantle all of that, bro, because all them people know who the real street gangsta is, and they got to come over here. So I already know. I already got them watching me, and guess what? I made one appearance on that failure show, and I already got y'all watching me, right? Because Jimmy boring as hell. All he do is sit there and want to talk like he 50 Cent when he's literally like 30 pounds soaking wet and completely out of shape. Not even. He's actually overweight. Feel me? Tone Space didn't come to Austin, brother. See, there you go with that delusion. There's people laughing at him and you.
Tone Space came to Austin, all right. You left for San Antonio, but not before you told the police that there was a black man looking for you. Before you left. That is an absolute fucking fact. You not only ran, but you ratted. Okay, explain that, bitch. He was there. We have the footage that proves he was there. We also have the footage, I think it would probably still be somewhere, of you sitting on a bed in a motel room in San Antonio, pointing at the camera and laughing like you really pulled off something big by running away from cashing that check, because he was there to cash it for you, and you ran like a little bitch. Negative 43 TV.
Hi there. Hi, Trina. How are you? Trina's in the building, y'all. Said Trina, like Trina was the one that was messing with Trick Daddy. I like Trick Daddy. I love that song. I don't want to say it on here because there's rules, but that's my favorite. Y'all know the song I love by Trick Daddy. Say what?
Yep, it was in fact an emergency vacation. For those of you who are newer here, when you hear the phrase emergency vacation, that's exactly what it refers to. Him leaving Austin and running to San Antonio because he knew that Tone Space was boots on the ground, out looking for him. And we have proof, again, we proof of everything that happened there. But yeah, that is what we mean when we say emergency vacation excuse.
Trick Daddy's awesome. How you doing, Anthony?
Better than you, I'm sure.
Let's see here. What up, Batman? All right, let me continue with my topics here so they can. I need you to chime in on the topics. That's what I want everyone to do. If you follow the rules of the show, you're good. If you don't, I will get you off my program.
You'll get everybody off your program because you're just. Man, I'm just running out of descriptives here. I really am. However, Lobster gives me a read it for the listeners. Hey, emergency vacations are a thing. Totally not an excuse based on cowardice.
And that's it. All right, let's see. So Blueface was put in the hospital, in jail, but he says that he's a neighborhood.
Good point, Art.
So they defend the cowards. They defended Eminem when Eminem was getting his you-know-what handed to him all over Detroit. But the guy who's the champ in the street, and I'm 1-0 and never took a loss, the actual Braveheart, who I've never had that happen to me, right? They are against. Y'all support cowardice. Y'all support.
There it is.
It's like all the.
There it is. Y'all support cowardice. How timely. Sometimes the magic just happens here on Negative 43 TV Saturday Madness. Well-timed comment there, Lobster.
People that get on the internet, you notice they're all actors and they're acting and they're talking jive stuff that they don't know anything about. They all know I know what I'm talking about. So they bring troll accounts to try to role reverse and project. It's all about trying to take away my credibility, but it's impossible because you can't uncredify the truth. You understand? You can't
uncredify the truth. Just extraordinary. Nega says listeners will enjoy this. Can we make Sneedgina a word? Oh, Lord, I hope so.
Expose the truth. How can I get me some mineral rights in Texas and suggestion? That's irrelevant to the topic, man. I'm saying talk about the topic. What are you worried about my mineral rights for? That's corny. See what I'm saying? He thinks he's slick. He thinks he's cute. Sure, Tyree. How can I get me some mineral rights in Texas and suggestion? Thought you were OG. You just said you were an OG. Come on, OG. Talk to me about the topic, OG. You know stuff about these gangs? Let's go.
That
See,
is an
if you
idea.
trolls knew about gang activity and gangs, I will be more than happy to talk to you, especially on here, because this is what I do for a living. Do you understand that I'm studying criminals for a living at this point? I study criminals and study gang organizations because that's who I put out of business and shut down, and that's who I come up against in the street.
Unbelievable. This is a really good one for Boo Earns. We have some very musically talented people here in Sneedville. If you haven't heard his song Fire and Ice, you need to hear it. It's classic Sneed. It's the pinnacle and the bottom all at the same time. But Boo Earns has a really good title here. Fire and Cowardice. I think somebody out there can do something with that, and if you can, oh dear Lord, please do.
This is a fact. I came up against cartel numerous times. I shut down their illegal operations hands on. So what do you mean? You're not making sense. I shut down illegal organizations for a living.
Guns Galore Records. Those were the days, weren't they?
That's what I do. I'm a street dude. That's how it gets done. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're a street dude.
Everything you're saying is silly.
You're a street dude. You're sitting in your mom's backyard in a stolen lawn chair on golf course property. So much for everything you just said.
Feel me?
No.
Right. You just here to troll. That's fine. Yeah, why is that supposed to make me feel some way that you repeat nonsense? I don't care about that. Just talk to me about the topic, man.
Oh my goodness, the coffee is making its way out. I mean, it's not making its way out this very minute. I mean, I'm not that old, but I'll be right back.
If you don't want to talk to me about the topic, it is what it is. I mean, see what I'm saying? How they don't want to have a conversation? Let's go. Let's have a conversation about the topic, bro. Feel me? If y'all can't do that, I'm going to make sure every account is blocked. Common sense. You know what I mean? Do you all want to act like you know about this stuff because you watched a couple of, gangster TV shows? I turned on the TV, Bob, and I heard about the rolling 60s, and now I'm an expert. See, they don't want to admit to themselves reality that they know that I was out there amongst all that. I came up, the original intent of that as a kid. What? But I am that. I'm the meaning. I'm the real thing. What are you talking about? All the rest of them are fake. Anybody who's not Tyree Sneed, I don't care if you came up in the same era as me. If you claim anything, you fake. Period. What are you talking about? If you wasn't fake, we would have been heard about you because you would be running the streets. See, y'all act like the goal is not to run the streets and not be in any trouble and be free and good and be happy and have stood your ground the whole time and made it through everything like battle tested.
Oh, man. Anyhow.
That's the goal. You want to tell me I'm wrong because you just want to type nonsense because you're upset at me?
Whatever.
I'm not going to change my formula, though, because I know it's right. Just using words is not going to convince someone that they're not who they are, bro. Y'all just got to grow up, man. That stuff's pathetic. All right, let's see here. So, you got Brick Baby and Crip Mac. Like I said, Brick Baby said that Crip Mac was lying about his altercations and over-exaggerating and embellishing the details of them, just like y'all embellish and lie on.
Please welcome to Saturday Madness right here, right now. It's Red Pill. It just says Barcata Bracken, but it's Red Pill, and no, he hasn't a clue at all. And what we're watching right now is from June 11th, July 11th, somewhere around in there. I think June. Who gives a shit?
World Star, right? Brick Baby was a co-conspirator in an OTF indictment, which again, I don't know what OTF means, but for right now, we're going to say that it stands for on the fence. On the fence failures. That's right. On the fence, because you can't make up your mind about whether you're tough or you're in a gang or whoever you are.
I mean, his beard trimmings lately have basically been, Rorschach tests?
So you're on the fence about everything. That's right. So the on the fence indictment. Let's see here. Yeah, the co-conspirator YSL, who he's just a soldier boy running, tell him, and everybody gives him attention. You see how they glorify snitching? You see how the TV and the media and the Masons glorify it?
Yeah, no, I don't. And yeah, his shaving is getting very, very, very skitsy. As skitsy looking as his handwriting, I do say.
YSL Woody is a snitch. They rewarded that snitch. He ain't even afraid to tell. They all encouraging him to tell, like we'll protect you. You know what I mean? The gangs are so fake now. Like I said, do you understand that real gangs didn't ever tolerate snitching at all? So that goes back to the point and proves my point of what I was saying. And I want you to listen and hear me. This is how.
Yeah, let me put that up. This is from 3 months ago, and I am hoping that he goes live. I really, really am. If he doesn't go live, I'm going to have to pick an endpoint at some point. But right now, it's rock and roll on negative 43 TV.
Genius works. My points tie into each other if I can remember because I'm tired. And I just blanked out because I'm exhausted. Can you remind me what I was saying, Anthony? It was about Brick Baby, right?
Ah, yes, Blue. White Lavender, the Lithby Princess. Yeah, I like it myself.
Remind me what I was saying last. Because if I could remember, I'm just tired, man. It happens when I'm tired. If I could remember.
You won't.
It was about what we were talking about with what's his face. There's too many of you. There's too many Soldier Boy running tellings. What the hell is his name?
Yeah, you know, Stoneman, according to him, you're in luck. You really do have a Batman radio show going on here. Boy, that just, man, radio, huh? Wow. Fuck. No. Uh-uh.
What the hell's his name, bro? What's his name? One we were just talking about with him. Oh, Blueface. But I can't remember my point. But it is what a genius does. Like the points end up connecting, but I just shouldn't have taken the time to keep rambling and running my mouth. I should have just told you what was on my mind because I had it right there on the tip of my tongue and now I can't remember. But it's not a big deal. But my whole point, it was about the gang organization. About like the Rolling 60s and all that.
All right.
I'm just saying they're all.
Here is what we are going to do. We will be here until we hit the 3-hour mark. At that point, I think that will be more than enough, unless, of course, he goes live during this show, in which case we will extend. But if we don't extend after 3 hours, you other folks out there, the other snipers, you may want to get ready. His pattern is on a Saturday night. He will go live after this show because he's too busy watching it. So beware, he's likely to pop up sometime later this evening.
All fake. Like that's how it ties in. Like none of them are real. Like you can't be real, like I said, and not run the streets. You can't be real and not be in a good position. You can't be real and be in prison right now. We're too deep in this game. I'm sure Cowboy.
You can't be real to be in prison. I understand prison's real as fuck.
Boy is. Yeah, Whack 100. I'm going to talk about that too. We're going to get into that too here. But yeah, Whack 100, I think definitely is a snitch.
Mr. Hand sounds funny, that's for sure.
For the Fed, yes, 100%. And I think it should be obvious. I think by looking at him, it should be obvious. I mean, you can tell what Whack 100 looks like if you look at him. I mean, let's get real. That's why he just causes a bunch of ruckus and tries to act tough. The ones that are backed by the feds, that meaning they're like wearing a wire and they're already licensed, they always try to act tough because they tell them to do that. They're overly confident because they have backup. They've got the feds behind them, bro. Okay, that's not a good position. That's a snitch. That's somebody who's telling. But my whole point is the gangs didn't even used to tolerate snitching. So I guess my point was like, with these dudes, they be running and telling and snitching, and nobody does anything about it. If every gang organization has been proven soft, that's what Tekashi 6ix9ine was an example of. How can you say this person's a real whatever? These people talk on here, but they're saying things they don't even believe in. They know that Blueface is not a real Crip. But my whole point is nobody's a real Crip right now. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not only calling out every gang organization, I'm telling all of you and will tell you to your face that you're all fake and you will do nothing about it. These are people I see day to day, not out here so much.
I mean, this whole thing really is kind of bottomless, isn't it, relative to lolcows? I'll read this for the listeners. Watch Ben Newton. That one's from Art Garfunkel Art. It just goes on and on and on and on. Who would have guessed that YouTube would become a magnet for the mentally ill?
But I've been all over the country. I see y'all. I got homeboys. I know tons of people in every organization. All y'all fake. What are you talking about? I tell y'all that all the time. Ain't none of y'all real. Like, that's the world we live in, bro. We got real dudes like me that actually tell y'all what it is. Y'all don't do nothing about it. Like I said, you're not listening. These gangs are the puppets being manipulated and used for an agenda. They're not who runs the streets. They're not tough. Joining a gang is for acceptance. You're a coward if you join a gang. See, that's the thing. You're trying to glorify colors and nonsense and stupidity and ignorance, and you're not glorifying anything about even being tough, but then you want to act tough selectively when you want. That stuff don't work with Batman. That's why Batman runs the streets. You don't hear that a gang runs the streets down here. Let's get real. You hear that Batman runs the streets. Gangs ain't walking around getting people cheering for him down here. Batman is. So who runs the streets? If I didn't run the streets, I couldn't walk in them comfortably.
An Aussie guy in Cambodia, it sounds kind of suspect to me.
It's the same any state I go to, any city. If I go to any city and take this movement, Batman will run the streets. He'll take everything over. I promise you. This is not new, bro. I take over blocks in my sleep, bro. It's easy. What are you talking about? It's too easy now because a lot of y'all is fake. You know, and even if you still fake to me, just because you being aggressive or acting like you about anything, that doesn't make you real suddenly.
Jeez.
You're still fake. You're still soft. You understand? You're still operating from a basis of ignorance. You're still not getting anything done. You're still not empowered. Anybody who looks at life and lifestyle like it's okay for me to go to jail and prison today, or
he's suspect, all right.
You have a mentality that you're never going to be successful.
Oh, I've had such a good day, kids.
Component, and that's why people look at people differently. People are going to look at me differently with a different kind of respect and a different point of view, whether it's jaded or not, or even true. And a lot of it isn't. But they're going to look at me different because they're going to say, well, you know, he's smart. They're going to look at you like, yeah, this is a slowpoke.
He's smart. Why do I hear Fredo screaming, I'm smart? I'm smart, not like what everybody else says.
That's the truth of your system. And that is the truth. They glorify snitching, do they not? And that's my point. Every gang can't say they real because if they was, Tekashi was backed by the feds. He was going in unmarked vans being picked up by the feds, meaning federal agents. He was backed by the feds to insult and talk down on people that we lost in these hoods and ghettos, like the ghettos in Chicago. That's why people like TJ were being used, and they want to try to play games and hold me back and keep me in confusion and silence me, because they know that the ghettos of Chicago and all these hoods and hood dudes, the real hoods and the real, you know, whatever, criminals, ghettos, the real dudes, the real savages,
man.
They all going to roll with me and support me.
I'll tell you what, he really got extra flaky on this one, didn't he?
If they smart and they can think, because I am them. I am
like a nice flaky biscuit of narcissism.
I'm the voice of the streets, regardless of whether I agree with what you're doing or who you are or who you choose to be. I don't agree with any criminals. I don't like criminals. But
okay, you don't like criminals, but yesterday you kind of went on a shoplifting spree. Yeah, that's what you did. And that back brace, that was funny. I mentioned yesterday that he wasn't going to keep it on because that brace would make his back try to do things his back was not going to do. And apparently I turned out to be right. And that is from personal experience. I have this really, really nice back brace, you know. I mean, it's really nice. It's super official. I got it about 3 years ago. I put that thing on first 5 minutes, like, oh, okay, this is great. After about 5 minutes, things started to hurt. After 10 minutes, it was like, oh my fucking God, how do I take this instrument of torture off?
Come from the same blocks. That's the point. I'm someone who I'm just so real. I'm real enough that I don't switch up and be fake.
I'm so real.
I keep being real.
He's got to be real.
And being
bullshit.
Real. But I keep being real because it's who I am. I don't know how to be anything else. Your boy TJ knows I'm real. Didn't you all say you were conducting an interview with a guy who sleeps in front of a jewelry store named TJ? Is that a real concept? Is that something that you're proud of? Like, I just want answers. Let me catch up to the comments. This is a good one. That's obvious by looking at Cowboy. Cowboy's an addict. He has addictive behavior, so I can guarantee that he is that. I'm not going to say that word on my show, but yes, he's that. Guaranteed. You can tell by looking at him with his bug eyes. That's Cowboy.
There you go, everybody. There you go. Have at that one, will you please? I haven't taken a screenshot all damn night long, but by golly, I'm going to do it right now. Yes, I most certainly am. Yeah, there we go. That right there is what I personally am talking about right there. Yep, it's captured for all time. Cupid doll? I mean, what are we talking about here? I could not have possibly stopped this thing at any better of a point. Fucking look at that. Literally doll's eyes. Okay, we're getting ready to go here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! Hope you got that.
All of them look like that. Peeping Toms. Here, Whack 100 working with the feds. Whack 100 is 100% working with the feds. And you know what just happened to Whack 100? He got moved like the chess pawn he is, and he has a warrant out for his arrest right now.
Yes.
How did Batman know that? But I don't know what I'm talking about, basically.
You have no idea what you're talking about, anything at all. And Nega's driving through the hills of Santa Cruz right now, getting to work safely, and he's got negative 43 TV blaring. I say blaring over the radio, and Negasonic knows how happy that makes me.
Right now, Whack 100 has a warrant out for his arrest, and guess who snitched on him? Aaron.
I mean, I know that I'm not on radio, but at the same time, my voice is coming out of a car stereo in California. Pretty cool.
Aaron the plumber. Yep. Aaron the plumber went and called 5-0 on Whack 100. He showed my paperwork. And I'm in my feelings, and you need to arrest Whack 100 because he's a big old meanie pants because he told on me. Because I'm Aaron the plumber. I can't believe that he put my paperwork out here. And it might have been Adam 22, but I'm going to blame Whack 100 anyway because he's the easy scapegoat puppet to blame everything on.
There you go again. It's going to be an absolute festival of screenshots here on Saturday Madness. And welcome, like I said, man, who arrives with something that may be a little bit jarring to some of you. He says, Mr. Hands fucked a horse on camera. And maybe I should have rephrased that, but by golly, it's too late. Remember, algorithm, it's all a joke, okay? Anyway, he, a horse on camera, and later died from internal bleeding, and then follows that up with, hi, by the way. I like that.
I should get an Academy Award for this acting. Y'all got to pay me. Donate. Hit that Cash App in the bottom left-hand corner.
Please say goodbye to Sticky TT6, who's going to do one of the best things that he can do on a rare day off for himself. He's going to go take the family for a drive. Please enjoy it. Thank you for being here. And please be careful because we want you back really, really soon. We really do. Thank you for being here. Negative 43 TV, 33 minutes after the hour, 2 minutes until the top of the hour in Newfoundland and Labrador. I'm actually getting pretty good at figuring that.
Right there. Shamgar 2023. That's right. We accept all forms of payment. That's right. And if you want to give me a cash in person, I have no issue with that too. But you better come correct. All right, let's see here. Whack is an informant. DJ Vlad, there you go.
Well,
they know what they're talking about. Yep. You just named all of them.
many new cows for me to look up. My goodness gracious, man. It really is bottomless here in this place that I choose to call purgatory. Art Garfunkel Art says, man, I hated family drives. I didn't, but it just depended on what mood my dad was in.
I didn't even know that other one. Can you explain to me who that is? See, now we have a good guest. Anthony, thank you. Who is Cam Capone? Or they're two separate people. Do you mean Cam from New York? I know which Cam you're referring to.
I know we go on drives now, typically on Sundays, and typically there's a destination involved, some far-flung bakery or a coffee shop. We do that a lot, and it's wonderful. Irritating.
I can't stand Cam. If you're talking about Cameron, I just couldn't be around him for 5 seconds. You get on my nerves. All the New York fake dudes get on my nerves. See, this is Texas, bro. Y'all don't get how real we is down here. We in a whole different bracket than them. The New York fools, bro. They wouldn't say nothing around me. Bro, if I had people like Cameron around me, bro, it would be like I'm carrying a little team of little homies with me. Like Cameron wouldn't say nothing. I'd be like, "You speak when spoken to." You understand, boy? I'm a grown white man. These people really have reality jaded. They want to pretend they do. They know what it is. But yeah, Cameron is a punk. He's always been a punk. He's a punk that opens his mouth and says a little bit of truth here and there because he's always a soldier boy running town. He rats on everyone. He ratted on Jay-Z. He rats on everyone. He's mad at Jay. He rat on everybody. Jay-Z is the reason what happened to Beanie Siegel happened because Jay-Z can't handle his own dirty work. He's a coward. He can't even go back to his own projects, Marcy projects that he grew up in, and everybody facilitated his environment and everything for him.
After the show is done, I'm going to microwave some pizza. It's a cheat day for me, and there's this wonderful pizzeria not far away from us at all that makes a pizza that is identical to a pizzeria that we used to go to when we were dating. It's just like the same pizza. It's just fantastic. And after that, I don't know. I may make a smoothie. Yes, I may do that. Or I may have a bowl of Life cereal later this evening with blueberries on it. Boy. And then I'm going to go, spend some time with Mrs. Baritone and perhaps watch an old football game. A lot of us here tonight are going to watch the Canelo fight. They've got something to look forward to that's going to be a whole lot of fun for them and their friends because most of these folks aren't going to watch that fight alone. No, they're not. You, however, do everything alone. You are, by your own words, isolated. Say that with me, kids, in a real sinister tone. Isolated. And you deserve to be. You absolutely deserve to be. We will be here another 24 minutes. And you other snipers out there, get ready. I think he's going to go live right after this.
Without security. What? That's the facts. I know everything about what I'm talking about, actually. Who's Cam or Capone or who are those individuals? Can you tell me that? And give me a minute. Be patient with me. Y'all can keep typing as many comments as you like. I'll catch up better that way if you don't wait for me. And I'm quick. I'll catch up. But I have to do my talking on each topic. It's getting easier. People getting softer and dumber every year. What's getting easier? Like taking over blocks? Because, I just think it's getting... I don't think that it's necessarily getting easier. I honestly think it's harder. Like my job is harder. What I do is going to get harder and harder, and it's hard enough. It's a hard job to want to do. Nobody would want to do what I do because I'm an enforcer. Let's just get real. But
nobody would want to do what you want to do, what you do, whatever, because they're sane. Because we have a sense of shame. As much as anything else, you should be embarrassed. I couldn't imagine the skull-crushing embarrassment of dressing like you do, walking down the streets in public literally every single day. And that's whether you're in costume or not. Oh, God!
My point is...
What is it?
It's not easy by any means. When we get up to these big cities, you have to understand, it's all going to happen. It's not going to be pretty, bro. It's going to get ugly quick, and it's not an easy job. What I do is not easy at all. I'm risking everything doing what I do.
You risk absolutely nothing other than your health. You are risking your health right now. I'm not going to go into what is wrong with your feet or why your feet are the way they are, because I've said it before in the show. 12 to 18 months, maybe.
But like I said, it's standing up for what's right, and it's what needs to be done. Like I said, there's too many communities complaining, saying there's graffiti. When I was over there in Kentucky, there was graffiti over there. I'm just attracted to these concepts. I'm attracted to these things, and I'm tougher than all these individuals, and my background is a lot rougher than them. That's why I'm the perfect man to do this. But we need to have somebody step up, and that's why you need a Batman. You need a Batman to run all these gang members out of these communities, literally. It's just there has to be a face off, and they have to lose and leave the community. That's all. You just got to go. You got to take your antics somewhere else. You know what I mean? How they do it, I don't care. You want to do it peacefully, cool. You want to go the other route, no problem. But you need to leave. That's
all said from the comfort of his mommy's backyard. In once again a stolen lawn chair. And that's big talk there, buddy. You're just writing checks all over the place. It's snowing checks in this one. You only need one to get cashed. It only takes one.
That's how it works. That's just the truth. But that's what we need in our communities. Communities nice communities don't need graffiti all over walls and a bunch of gang members. It's just not good for business. It's not how it works. And since the feds and the CIA and the FBI and all the officials do nothing about it, there's no choice but to license and
Oh
create
my
a Batman.
God, Red Pill.
That's my point.
That's disgusting. Could you imagine if he took some gel and slicked it back, tied it into a ponytail? The dandruff would come to the surface. I guarantee that.
Have a license.
Not that I know from personal experience or anything of the sort.
When Trump pardons prisoners,
okay.
he licenses
All
Batman.
right, there we go. Moving on.
I've had plenty of success since then. But I'm just saying I'm not really the beacon of not spending money. I will be now when God blesses me again. I'll be frugal. Well, let's see here.
Yep.
Let me move to the next page.
Yep. Life is simple. Wait on a miracle that is never going to occur, or wait for the girlfriend that does not exist to bring you settlement money that doesn't exist as well. All of this is just going to serve to make that pizza I was talking about a couple of minutes ago taste much better.
A few notes. Should be more than this. It's basically a fake subculture. It's a fake subculture that's been created with these fake little gang members and these little fake communities and your little barrios and your hoods and your ghettos that, like I said, most of them are renovated, cleaned up projects. That's what they are. It's no longer the ghetto and the hood. It's just they wanted to turn the world into a hood. The world is one big ghetto.
Just in case you're watching, hello, Officer Frank. How are you doing?
That's why I was way ahead of my time. Hold on.
Yes, I believe that he does. I think it's a matter of his sugar-based diet and the fact that I think his pancreas has took a shit on him. That's what I think.
That's why I was way ahead of my time, because
it's all the time wanting money for bandages for his feet. Not Band-Aids, bandages.
I adjusted. That's why I understand hoodie bonics to a T. Like, I'm a genius. I was way ahead of my time. I knew that the world was turning into a ghetto. Why do you think I'm so ghetto? I'm so ghetto. I'm so good.
I wasn't ready for that.
The world was being turned into a ghetto and a hood.
Oh,
but that's
man.
Not really why. I mean, this is really who I am, and it's just...
ruined a perfectly good puff on a beautiful cigar, you fucking bastard.
What I became, I'm a product of my environment like anybody else, but I'm a smart product of my environment. I'm a product of my environment that didn't allow my environment to necessarily adjust my behavior. I took everything good from it and I alchemized it. The reason I'm Batman the Alchemist is because I alchemize everything. I take the most negative stuff that I've been through, people trying to stop me, take me out, everything, and I turn it into a positive.
Yeah, I kind of half choked on it and made it bitter. The cigar is getting short. But holy shit.
Right, there's that
ruined
the palm
head.
Tree I got. That's my palm tree, boy. You stay away from it. Get off my lawn. But yeah, like I said, let's see here. Okay, so we got the fake subculture. I went over that. And any of your comments I want you to say so that I can follow the comments. So let me catch up, and then I want y'all to comment along with me while I go through these topics, because I got
Sure you do.
These are small pages, but about four, almost 4 and like a quarter of a page still. So we're still going.
Oh, what the hell. 2 things here. First of all, smoke them if you got them the rest of the way. And the second thing is, what the heck? Let's throw one more grift out there before we close up on this Saturday.
Said, yep, Batman. No.
Tips are appreciated, but always remember the most important thing is that you, yes, you sitting there in that chair, you on that couch, you in that car, the most important thing is that you are here. Negative 43 TV.
Line. Streets is a myth. Just like that bosom JNYC in the chat. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, he went in on you.
Oh, one hitter. You use a one hitter because you're smart. I've got a really sweet one hitter here. Matter of fact, I'm looking at it right now. I found it on a golf cart about 17 years ago with a couple of bosses from work, actually. And hey, when I retire, this thing's going to be getting some fucking work, and it certainly has.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh man. Oh man. You ain't got them. That's so sad. I'm so sorry to hear that. I just put in an order for another 2-gram screw on here as we were live.
Good old Daryl.
Now, what I'm going to do after that, I get paid on the 21st from YouTube, thanks to you good people, and I'm going to go get maybe an eighth of some nice bud so I can properly smoke this wonderful moon rock that was supplied to me by Sheriff Consent. It seems to be the best way to go about it, so that is what I am going to do, but that'll be next week.
Daryl.
It just sits there waiting for me. Daryl.
Your name's funny, I'm not gonna lie. Daryl. Real Gangsters Gang do not have social media. That's a lie. That is a complete lie. They all have social media. How do you think they're all being arrested all day? They all get arrested because
Blue. Blue. He would absolutely.
Facebook was created by the feds to gather information on you. They've been surveilling y'all. They've been watching you since day one. You know how many arrests and how many horrible occurrences and interactions that have resulted in actual losses have happened because of Facebook and Instagram, bro? All these so-called wannabe gang whatever have social media. And trust me, you think these agencies don't expect you to have social media?
Oh, I am going to. Oh my God, I can't wait.
They're who created it. The feds, CIA created Facebook.
Now, the day I get the bud to properly use this with, I'll go live. It'll be a lot of fun to watch Rich just absolutely dissolve like Alka-Seltzer in water, as I like to say.
They expect you to have social media because they look at you as what most of you are. See, the thing is about I'm trying to educate you and give you all game and advice. The deal is to break out of the paradigm. If you can be educated and gather intelligence, knowledge is what? Power. If you get knowledge, then they can't mess with you in any level. See, you could take a dude like me, I'm an idea. You could take the concept of me in a mind and put it into anything. It wouldn't matter what I did. If I did live like that, I'd have an edge and a million steps ahead. I'd be a million steps ahead of everybody, and it would help me, and I could use it to my advantage. But luckily,
I'll read this from Stoneman. Shout out to Songs in the Key of CWC. And Stu asks, what's moon rock? It's 21st century marijuana technology. It's a bud, a really nice bud that's been soaked in hash oil and then covered with keef. Oh boy, it's tasty, it's oily, and I need some weed to, build it into a pipe, put it on top of a pipe so that it doesn't just run through, it's something else, and I cannot wait.
I have a smart enough mind that I don't have to do.
Although if I was desperate, I could probably use crack pipe technology and wad up a screen, put it in a pipe, and put it on there and let it drain in there. But now, bad memories.
That kind of stuff to make money. I make money. All of my money right now I make.
It's a beautiful thing. It's like 21st century hash, a go-go, as they used to say in the 60s.
It's just by opening my mouth and talking. To me, that's a blessing. Because I don't have to go work in a warehouse anymore like I used to, or do bar security and put my everything.
Yep, it actually occurred to me, should I go out and get some Chore Boy?
Thing I have at risk.
It would work because I tried a little bit in a pipe that I have, a rubber pipe, and it smoked and it worked and it was wonderful. And there was a pool of shit in the bottom of it when I pulled the glass bowl out. That's not bad. I'm going back after that shit, but I saw that. This shit drains, don't it?
Every day. I mean, it's one of the most unsafe jobs you can have. You know, I don't have to, at least when you do real bar security like I was in some of the bars, not the ones that are just cowards, you know, they just don't want to get into anything. That's the door guys on 6th Street are a joke, bro. They're hiring like 3 foot tall dudes that look like doorknobs now. Okay. But my point is, luckily, I'm smart enough that I don't make those decisions. I had every path choice. I was around all sorts of stuff, all that activity in Dallas. It was in front of me every day. I couldn't even sit down at a table without them laying it out in front of me. You understand? I came up in all that. So to act like I'm not smart or wise, no, I've made very smart decisions.
The only thing that I will say about crack, and this is why so many people get into serious trouble with it, when you're just, sitting down to do it, that is the best first hit in drugs, period. Some say it's heroin. I would not know. That first hit of crack, when you're sitting down to party a little bit, there's nothing that touches that in my experience.
Scared, not because I was a coward. I took on dealers head on and won.
Oh, you're lucky. You're absolutely lucky. And you know what? With that is all that I have for you on this Saturday Madness here on Negative 43 TV. Quite a party. I enjoyed it. I always enjoy it. Hell, I always love it. First of all, thanks to Hatfield McCoy and Best in Show for your super chats. Highly appreciated as always. So we are on the road to mocking Tyree Sneed once again. I mean, we're always on that road, but you know what I am saying. So it was a great time. Absolutely wonderful party, but you know what I'm going to say. So you may as well say it with me. It's time to bring up the house lights and go home. I'm Rich Baritone. And until the next time, I'll talk to you. Let me make sure I've got the right thing here. Yes, I do. Good night. And now, Negative 43 TV ends another broadcast day. Negative 43 TV is a wholly owned subsidiary of Baritone Media, LLC, which is headquartered at 1 Frost Tower in downtown Sneedville. Negative 43 TV studios are located at 6969 Dead Daddy Drive in Sneedville. On behalf of all of us at Negative 43 TV, have a good evening. And now, high flight.
Slipped the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter's silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, where never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.